What comes around goes around, my man. Say hey, hey, say hey, hey. Forth and back, and just like that, you're going down for heaven's gate. I'm gonna take it to the night. We're going down.
Target acquired.
Eagle 1, first strike. You have permission to engage the target.
Warning: the following video contains explicit language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome. I see everybody out in the chat. Welcome back, Kat. Your computer's working?
For now.
For now? Well, don't touch anything. Don't look at it the wrong way. I looking out into the chat, I see we have a lot of the usual suspects in the house this afternoon. We've got Mr. Boulay. Good to see you, buddy. Sirius Shelby, awesome dude. Made him a mod. He's doing a good job. Roland Thorne, hey man, it's great to have you on the show last night. I know it's a little geeky for a lot of people, but I actually enjoyed it. I like having that kind of interaction. Ghost 1978, my homie, man. Dude is hooked into a lot of things, man. He lets me know about some stuff when I need to know about it, and I appreciate that. Nick, the vengeful truther, whatever, is out in the chat. Welcome. I see Michelle out there. Welcome to you as well. Coco Shuko, Papa Shango. Say that right? I feel like I did. Welcome to see you. Welcome. Good to see you. Wally is out there. Not Wicked Wally, just Wally. That's good. That's good. Two Wills. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, let's go, man. Let's go. I like it. We do need emoji for I don't give a fuck. That's true. That's true. Crazy Mama's in the house. Garrus Godfrey is in the house during working hours. Look at that. Jess White is in the house. I believe she will be up on panel here shortly. Maybe, maybe not. She's welcome to if she wants to. Cola is in the house as well. Good to see everybody. Excellent. Glad you guys are all here. While I'm at it, can I get a mic check, ball check, tactical soap check, don't give a fuck check? Let's get those checks rolling in. Make some checks. Let's get some checks. Like checks. Not the cereal, though. I don't like check cereal. So, whatever. How's your energy level, Kat? Are you feeling pretty good?
I guess.
You guess? All right. Cool. Cool. All right. The soundtrack, the particular soundtrack I played today, the intro I played today, just gets me pumped, man. I mean, I really like it. So, it's unfortunate if people don't like it, but true to the song, I don't give a fuck. So, enjoy with that. Angel Berber's clocked in for the day shift. All right. Our ESG scores are optimal. We are ready to commence with the show today. How about that? All right, guys. Guys, girls, lads of all ages that aren't in school because it's still technically summertime here. How's everybody? Are we doing good? Kat looks pretty good. She's been missing, right? The cat wandered. Cat did what cats do. She wandered off. She did her thing. Now she's back. It's okay. It's okay, guys. It's okay. You've missed some great shows, which is it's unfortunate that you missed those, but that's okay. I've had a lot of good laughs, which I enjoy. Personally, I prefer to laugh than be all angry and stuff, but it's all good. And so I don't really actually have anything planned to talk about today. The economy is just jacked up. I don't know if you even noticed that the stock market dropped 1,000 points on Monday. That's kind of an important thing. That's a big deal in most circles. Somebody's messaging me. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. No, that's all good. And you probably didn't, did you notice that Kamala has chosen a running mate? Didn't notice that? It's okay. Looks like Biden, you wouldn't have noticed the difference. So, just like fat face Biden, basically. Yeah, because Biden's got kind of a pinched face. This guy's got kind of a fat face. Fat round face. Whatever. Yeah. And no jawline. Like no jawline. It's just a jowl. So it's not that I'm popular, crazy mama. It's just I just forget to turn the fucking thing off, and unfortunately, I still have business to do. Which, speaking of, I'm expecting a phone call, which I haven't gotten, and now that's going to be a problem later. But that's okay. All right, Kat. Do you have anything from your exploits out into the world that you would like to share with our dear chat? It doesn't involve you.
Does anybody know how to update a BIOS?
Yeah. How do you not know how to do that? It gives you directions when you go control or F3 or whatever it is to get into your BIOS. It tells you right there the instructions.
First of all, I had an aesthetic monitor. I mean, not a monitor. Keyboard. It doesn't have the Fs.
What? Why would you do that?
Because
Don't you? I have like 3 keyboards. Do you need a keyboard?
No,
They're $19 on Amazon.
I make keyboards. Look at this. Look at this.
You make keyboards.
Look how cute this is.
Huh.
Yeah. Anyways, so I made one that has F buttons. So now
You
I
made
can,
one.
like-
You had to make one with F buttons. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we got a lot of computer savvy dudes in the chat right now. Hello Kitty keyboard. Was that what you were going for? Were you going for Hello Kitty?
I'm
Are
just
you a
going
Hello
for
Kitty
pink.
fan?
No, I'm not. I think it's.
You go to the stores.
No. I think Hello Kitty is like a demon. Have you heard about like the lore?
No.
It was like
My wife loves Hello Kitty though.
Well, don't tell her. It was like a Japanese woman that was very wealthy. Her daughter was dying. So then some witch came and said, if you make this character called Hello Kitty, I will cure your child with witchcraft. That's the lore.
Really? That seems
That's
odd.
what the lore is. I don't know.
Glenn made me a new background music and theme song. So let's see if we can get this to play. I may have to turn the volume up. Maybe it's not playing. I don't know. $100 to kick Cat. That's funny. Don't do that. That's mean. Don't be mean to Cat. You shouldn't be mean to cats. They're mean enough to themselves. Yeah. All right, Cat. All right. All right. You like the beat? Yeah, it's pretty good, right? I can't hear it, but you guys can. Was it too loud? No? I'll throw it back on. Glenn made that for me. Glenn, our own Glenn Lawrence, made that for me. I'll throw it back on. Yeah. So I have my own background music. Turn it up. But yeah, is it low? I thought it was pretty. I thought I had it turned up. Y'all know I turned it down. How about that? Is that good? Is that good? Rolling Pink haters need to band together. It's a horrible color. Yeah, I don't know. Faster to the finish line, no looking back. Drag with revelation high on the. All right, got from Jess. We have 10 Australian dollars. We like Monopoly money. Happy weekend from Oz, Australia. Oz. It's OZ. The initials for Australia are OZ. Guess I'll be saying Mazda, Nissan, and aluminium soon up there. Yes, Jess will be our guest today, at least briefly. So it's not a color, just diluted red. That's funny. It's very funny. Glenn Lawrence joins us, the man himself, the man, the myth, the legend. That. He's humming along to his music.
Man, this song sounds familiar.
I know, it rips, right? It's good.
Banger.
Banger. It is. Glenn, how are you holding up, man? You've been up a long time.
Yeah, I was just coming in just real quick before I take off.
Okay. Yeah, you should get some sleep.
Yeah, I still got some work to do too. That slave master of a ball.
Yeah. It's good though. We have Kat back. Look, there's Kat right there. You know?
Who's that?
You remember
She
Kat?
looks familiar.
I know, right?
You know, but she just looks like that girl that used to come hang out. You know, but it's like, you know, like I don't know who she is though. She's like that. The girl hasn't come over and hang out with us in a hot minute. Like she's been too cool for school.
Too cool for school. That's right. That's right. So.
Oh, crazy mama! I saw you, Glenn Who. I saw the Jack Glenn Who, and now Glenn with a flex. I saw that. You thought I was sleeping on that?
Yeah. How's Glenn? How's the How was it last night? Because you know, of course, I went to sleep because I'm a normal person. I do go to sleep. I actually stayed up later than I wanted to, but I did end up going to sleep relatively on time. But how was it in your after show after that?
Oh, man.
For the first portion of it, I only caught the from 8 a.m.
I'm not gonna lie, like, I actually was frustrated. Like, you know, like I try to be polite enough to people. Like, I expect them to be respectful. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'll give everybody opportunity to talk. Like, yeah. You know what I mean? I'll give you. You don't need to jump over everybody, cut people off. You know, it fucks with people's train of thought. You know, and you don't need to derail the conversation and go, you know, down a tangent that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. And when you do that, it's just like you just fucking derail the whole show. And they think it's funny and you know, be comedic, like, and it's just like, well, you know what? It's not just some dude. There's more than just some dude that were doing it. You know, you know, so it's just like one of those things where it's just like, you know, come on, guys, like you should be more respectful than this. You guys should know how to behave. You guys probably don't do that. You know, I'm pretty sure you don't act like this, like, you know, at work or anywhere else. You only do this.
I mean, you'd be surprised, man. I see a lot of dudes that I see a lot of people, not just dudes. I see a lot of people who, and I just did it too, and I apologize, that just talk the fuck over people. And you know what's weird is people will not say anything about it. I will. Yeah. I give them like 2 or 3 strikes, and then I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Oh, you know what? I normally wouldn't. I'm sorry, I just talked over you too. But I normally would. I just normally go wait till there's the opening, and then I'll interject in the opening. Mm-hmm. But like, it just gets to the point where it's just like, okay, well now I'm gonna have to make a very large disclaimer that I put on before anybody comes up. I'm gonna have to say like, hey, you know, these things will not be tolerated, or I will just remove you without even warning. Right? Like, I shouldn't have to tell adults that proper, you know, etiquette and decency is going to be required when you're speaking in a public forum. You know? But then when Clover Tech comes on, he always points that gun at me, and I'm just like, never mind, you can do whatever you want.
You should. You should. It's the some dude guy just does this all the time, and he fucking rambles and doesn't say shit. Like that was the most. That's actually. If he had actually had good points, I probably would have dealt with it a little longer. But Kronos cheated me though. Kronos cheated me.
How did Kronos cheat you?
Because I was just laying into some dude saying, "Hey, shut the fuck up! Stop talking while I'm talking! Stop interrupting me!" and all that. And it's background music, Clover Tack. You cretin. We have nice things here.
It's fucking me up, dude. Like I don't hear well with shit like that going on.
You need me to turn it down more? Turn it down more.
Oh, I don't change the show for me.
Oh no,
like
man.
I can't hear good.
If I
It's
asked
a
you
new
to repeat,
feature.
if I asked you to repeat yourself like 6 times, you know why?
Well, it's a new feature. It's a new feature.
Of StreamYard?
No, he's playing with his new shiny toy.
You just wow.
Background music's always been a feature of StreamYard,
Yeah.
and but I generally don't play background music because I don't like all the background music, and most of the stuff that I have is just too forefront. But Glenn made like the perfect background music. Like it's just aggressive enough, but it doesn't like override the conversation generally. Is that good? Is that good, everybody? Are we good there?
That's way better for me. Yeah.
I can't even hear it. So
Crazy Mama said it's a lot better. So she can't hear either, apparently.
Yeah, I think it's just settings on your computer too. It's going to be very individual, but
Well, I'm running, and to be fair, I'm running a pretty high-end Sennheiser headset. So I'm going to hear a lot of things that most people that are just running normal speakers probably
is
don't.
that the one with the volume knob that you can turn on and off up on it?
Yeah, they're wireless. It's like a $300 headset.
Yeah, Glenn apparently dropped off, but
He got scared.
he got scared. But yeah, I mean it's really interesting. And kind of picking on the some dude guy. I had just started being like, "Hey, shut the fuck up! Stop talking over me," that kind of thing. And then Kronos fucked up my fun because he said, band hammer the guy. So
That was Flow, wasn't it?
oh no, this was just an hour ago, a couple hours ago.
Oh, I thought that was yesterday.
No, Glenn's back.
Well, Glenn runs one of the best ships. Now he steps away sometimes, and when he does, it's my only complaint with Glenn's show is he'll step away and he won't tell anybody necessarily that he's stepping away, and then it gets a little fucking crazy when he steps away. You know, when the cat's away, so to speak. But for the most part,
if I tell everybody I'm stepping away, then it's going to be a fucking shit show.
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, but you can also leave somebody in charge.
I tried that today, and they were like they were just like bodying Born. Like they weren't bodying him, but like they were all everybody. Like it seemed like what's his name? You got some dude. What's the other night? Got Rumpelstiltskin or Grumpelstiltskin, right?
Grumpelstiltskin. I love Grumpelstiltskin. That dude's
And-
I can't believe he's not
And
on
it was like him, Grumpelstiltskin,
Master better wake up.
some dude, Grumpelstiltskin, and Bjorn. Like we're all like trying to jockey for like who's running the show position, and I'm like, dude, I already told you to take lead. I put you in that position on purpose. It was a sink or swim moment, And Bjorn handled himself well, But yeah, no, it's just like what it is just like people they want to make it about them. Well, if you want a show about you can create your own channel. You can make your own channel.
Yeah, like Grid, he monologues sometimes. Nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that.
And I don't mind if Grid monologues on my show because you know what? It's actually
No, I meant on his own show.
well, yeah, I know, but I mean, like, even if he does it on my show, it doesn't matter because he's staying on topic.
True. This is true. Yeah.
Like he's staying on top of staying with the whole topic of the conversation.
Well, I do my best. So,
But it's like something like when some dude comes on, it's like something about aliens. And I'm like, wait a minute, when did we get into aliens? Illegal aliens? Real aliens? Like which ones? And what do they have to do with the topic of the discussion? So
Grumpelstiltskin's ears must have been burning because he just messaged me and said that he's headed to an IRL event right now. He's got to go do, but he'll try and be on later depending on what time he gets back. So his ears must have been like burning up on fucking fire that we were talking about him. So, but
I mean, like I like Grump. You know, he's a good dude.
Dude, he is. He's
saying, like he fucking tries to. He oversteps his bounds a little too much.
Does he?
Oh, you should just watch the beginning of my show. Like every time I'm trying to talk to somebody, he like interjects and answers for them. I'm like, was I talking to you?
That's a flow state thing. Have you noticed that about flow state?
Yeah, I think I've told him that too. I said I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to them.
Yeah.
You know,
he does that.
It's just I don't know. I just don't do that. Like,
yeah.
Well, it also makes a difference, and like how long you've been doing this, and a lot of people are they're the type, and I've dealt with this, 10 years ago, I was in, or even longer, I was in rooms where people would just randomly pop in and out. You had the people that consistently did live stuff, and then, in public rooms, and then you had the ones that would just jump in and out, right? The ones that jump in and out, they never get a sense for the flow of things. And then the ones that jump in and out also never get any vibe or chemistry or whatever with the ones that host. And so if you're around enough and you have that experience, like we've done pretty well the last couple of minutes because we've been around each other enough. We kind of know when somebody's winding down their comment, right? Kind of know when they're probably fixing to stop talking, that sort of thing. But you got to be around and you got to participate enough.
Yeah, we've learned like the cadence. We kind of know each other's cadence. We know Kat ain't gonna say shit. She's just a
I keep prompting her though. I like give her the soft lob. Like, here you go, Kat. Bat it with your little paws. Here you go.
We just know that she's our bodyguard. Like really, it's not us that it's not Clover Tech you got to worry about. Kat's the one. She's the real killer. She's like, I ain't a killer, but don't push me.
Of the three of us, she's the only one that had been physically restrained from kicking her neighbor's ass.
Yeah. She's the only one that tried to murder her neighbor.
Right.
Let's be real.
But then you got to have the people that jump in that give a shit or care too, right?
Yeah.
And some come in with the intention of disrupting and just creating havoc and controversy and whatever they can do. And it's hard to tell a lot of times if who's the dude that I booted that night?
Some dude?
Yeah, some dude. It's hard to tell if some dude is like genuine and sincere or not sometimes. Like it's like, are you just trolling? Are you just trying to be a dick? Or are you ginning it up, for controversy's sake or whatever, because like 1 minute he's one way and then the next minute he's something else. That dude's totally confusing to me.
And what made it worse is like, I really thought like the topic was controversial enough to where you don't have to fucking derail it to cause like problems. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Nick guy.
Like like we're talking about the rise of these sex dolls, like these robotic sex dolls, right? And they're like, they're like seriously gonna be a thing here, like I think all these like young kids are gonna really have this sex doll craze, and I'm just like, it's wild. But I'm like, how did we get here? How has technology got us here? And we were gonna get into dating apps as like being a precursor to the sex doll, but it's just like everybody just, not everybody, but man, it just got so fucking. Yeah, I was pissed.
What was the deal with the ED guy?
So he was like, we're watching the video that I played earlier, and he was saying a lot of things in the chat, and he's like, I'm an engineer, blah, blah, blah. Like, he's talking about like how he knew like how this is like a regular thing. And I'm just like, Okay, you want to come up? Then come on up. I want to hear what you got to say. If you're an engineer and you work on this shit, give us your, your professional insight.
Yeah.
And he just like had, well, the first part, he's an engineer and he had no idea how to work the computer to log into StreamYard. I had to send him a Zoom link and then walk him through logging into StreamYard through Zoom, and then getting his mic to work and his settings. I'm just like sitting there, like, you said you are a computer programmer, you program engineer, or you're an engineer that makes programs or whatever, but you don't even know how to work a fucking computer. The basics of typing in your name, hitting enter. Like, it was wild.
Some people claim they're something that they're not necessarily are. You know what I mean? And I totally get it. I mean, people ask me now, like, what do you do? And it's like, man, do I say I'm a YouTuber or an influencer or a creator? Or like, I don't fucking know. Like, and so it's one of them situations where I think some people, especially people that'll go to college, right? They'll go to college and they'll say what they went to college for, even though they're really not doing what they went to college for. That makes sense?
Yeah, no, I get it. And no, Michelle, I just wanted him to, he had information he wanted to share and he wanted to come up and talk, and I wanted to help him get, do it. But then he was just he was even kind of odd too, because he came off like really like black pilled at, many times. But then when I would respond and push on him on it a little bit, then it was just like, oh, it's not me. I don't have that problem. I don't have a problem with women. I'm like, well, we're just saying that. What? It was all over the place.
I mean, I couldn't, unfortunately.
Yeah, Wally's right. He did come off a bit incel-like.
Unfortunately, I couldn't come on early enough to kind of, head off a bunch of the slow whatever dude. I couldn't. It's not some dude, by the way. It's slow dude. I couldn't head him off from doing the damage to all of the.
It seems like every time I made a point, he
yeah, some dude just fucked it up, right?
It seemed like it just got derailed. They went somewhere else.
Yeah, and so you can't help somebody while somebody's doing that. It's like when we helped that dude. What was that dude's name yesterday? Jordan or something like that? Justin, thank you. Yeah, that was solid. That was solid help, and it was very good. And you could watch that guy recalibrate, basically.
Yeah, and see, that's what I'm here to do. Like, I'm here to be a benefit to people. Like, that's the goal. Like, I like doing stuff like what we did yesterday with Justin.
That was great.
And I thought Noodles was a troll at first when he first came on. I was like, it might be a little trollish, but he's the one that brought Justin on, and Justin seems to be getting.
Yeah, I think Noodles has a pretty good channel, right? Doesn't he have a?
Yeah, he has a pretty good following. He definitely has I think he has way more subs than like both of us together.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's. I'm finding that the number of subs is irrelevant because people will watch content and sub just for the fuck of it, but the content itself is not very good.
Or they'll watch content and not sub. I do that constantly. Think about it. Like anytime you need to fix anything or you're curious about how something works, do you ever fucking sub that channel where that you search for that information? Like, I very, very rarely do I ever do that. Right?
Yeah.
And so
the problem with Slow Dude is, I'm sorry, I just spoke over Clover. The problem with Slow Dude is that most of the shit he says is fucking irrelevant, and you can tell he's high as fuck. And so, I mean, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work for me. You know what I mean? Like, it's totally irrelevant. So
it's entertaining. It's entertaining to a point, though, because it's like, Lauren, come on.
It's like sometimes he's like on point, and sometimes like a few times it seems like it's been all miss.
Yeah. Well, that's what I
Dude,
said.
the
He
first time
confuses,
he came on,
the
like,
hell out of me. I don't know how to read him.
the first hour that he was on, where he was, I felt like he was probably fairly lucid in Vegas. When I was in Vegas, and you got, that was like the smartest he's ever been. Every other time I've seen him on, he's dumb as a box of fucking rocks, and he makes shit points. He on the one hand, he'll say, "Man, you guys are doing great work here, man," and I just want to hand it to you, Glenn Lawrence, man. You really doing the Lord's work
Yeah,
out
just
there,
trying to
man.
gas me up. I'm like, okay, thanks.
And then he'll turn right the fuck around and he'll start talking about fucking space aliens, man. They're invading the government knows it, man. They're just keeping it from you, bro. You don't know, Glenn Lawrence. You don't know. You gotta listen to me on this, Glenn Lawrence. And fuck that guy, man. I don't need that shit. Like
Yeah,
I have enough nonsense in my life to listen to a fucking drug addict.
yeah, like it was just all over the place. I'm like, okay, dude. And I've been getting actually a lot more like snippy. I'm like, what the fuck does this have to do with anything? Like literally, what does this have to do with anything?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, like shut the fuck up. You need to borrow my favorite line, Glenn. Say it with me. Shut the fuck up.
Shut a.
I think I just made Cat laugh.
Yeah.
Good.
You got to control the room. It's your house, and it's no different than, if you're at your house, you're having a barbecue, you're having anything else. If somebody's out of line and they're fucking up,
Oh no, I've been getting a little bit mouthy. I'm like, hey,
give them the
like,
warning, but that's it.
I'll be telling them now. I'm like, don't you talk over me. I'll mute people. I'll just boot them sometimes. It's just like, it's just like I shouldn't have to do this way. You should behave. But I realize some people are not here to. They're just here for shits and giggles. They're not really here to engage and have honest conversations and really help improve the male struggle, right?
There's another aspect too, and I think that some of the people that jump in fail to realize this. They get so into, and maybe it's because this kind of area is tied to the debate sphere a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever. But in the debate sphere, you're watching an MMA match, right? You're not participating in it necessarily. You're watching it. And so it's a similar thing to that. It's like a spectator sport type thing, where a lot of the conversation, especially Glenn, that you have, like the chat out there, the people that's watching and listening are just as involved as the people on the panel.
Yeah.
And so by taking the conversation off topic, by being a nuisance and trolling on the panel, you're doing a grave disservice to the people out there that are spending their valuable time, whether it's working or they could be listening to some other shit or watching some other shit. They could be doing any number of things, but they choose to log into this channel and watch, right? And listen. And the vast majority participate out there in the chat as well. And so there's a certain amount of respect that needs to be had. It's like, I don't necessarily have a problem with people that just want to get on and bullshit about what the fuck ever, but there's a time and a place. Right? And if a conversation's going on and the chat out there is flowing and everybody's engaged, somebody said it out there in the chat earlier, read the room and fall in line.
Yeah. It really isn't that hard, but they make it harder than it needs to be.
Yeah. Kat, do you have any input on this?
I don't know who you're talking about, but some people are annoying, so I agree with that.
Yeah, not just talk about specific people, but
But I think you guys expect a lot from people. Not everybody is media trained.
I don't expect anybody to be media trained. I expect people to be decent human beings.
So
Like-
what happened?
There was just a whole lot of talking over and interrupting and
Oh yeah.
changing taking the conversation down some weird tangent that it had nothing to do with the main topic.
Or talking for 3 solid minutes and not saying a fucking relevant thing.
I do that.
on your own show, but not on this show.
This is true.
Oh yeah.
You can do whatever you want on your show. I don't give a fuck. You can talk about demons and fucking trash pandas and fucking hormone therapy and all that. I mean, that's all great shit. I can do it up, baby. But also, you're a woman and you are expected to prattle. I'm just saying.
Oh gosh.
Come at me, bro.
I don't know. I guess.
You don't know. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. I'm not joking. Wally, don't cop out, bro. Don't step back. Not one step back, bro. I'm kidding. Cat's pretty cool for a cat.
Yeah. She's the bestest cat in the whole panel.
I think that I find myself lately being a lot less tolerant.
Same here. Like
of
like
rude people in panel
my
discussion.
patience is thin.
Right. And I think the way I typically handle being talked over is I just quit talking until they're done. And you'll see me a lot of times. I'll just, like, especially or in the past, I'll just kind of smile and be like, "What a fuckhead." But lately, I just don't like it. I'll let it go for a little while, and at some point, I'm just going to step up and be like, "Hey, no, shut the fuck up. You're talking repeatedly over everyone. Nobody can get their point out. Shut the fuck up."
Mm-hmm.
And I stop people all the time and tell them, "Hey, I let you talk. It's my turn. Shut up." And I did that yesterday on your panel with that Justin dude and some of the other people on the panel. That I would be making a point, and somebody would try and come in and be like, "Hey, wait, stop. I'm talking now. I let you talk. I'm talking. And when I'm done, you can continue." But I just find that it's and I'm not even asking for media trained people or anything like that. I just, look, I think it's common courtesy. And to be honest, even in our private lives, we talk over people all the time accidentally, but we have the common damn sense that when we hear the other person talking, to just shut up, right? Or somebody will say, "Hey, you're gonna have to repeat that. You talked over me. I didn't hear what you said." But it, right now I feel like that, and I think it's coming to kind of a head too, because I think there's a lot of like half-ass debate bro type people or debate chick type people that out there that think that they are Andrew Wilson, and they're not. Even Andrew Wilson does not talk over people very often.
Mm-hmm. Right. Not unless he's in like a heated, like one-on-one battle.
Not unless he wants to make fun of you. Now there is this thing that I do where if I get tired of your shit, I will talk over you to make fun of you. And I don't give a fuck if that makes you look like an idiot. At that point, I'm making fun of you, so to make you look like a bigger fucking idiot.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's a combination of two things. It's a combination of just the sphere, the debate sphere, whatever, right? And so you've got your regular people that go on panels, and then you've got your audience. And a lot of the audience will come into chats as well. I've seen that over here over and over and over. When they see people talking over each other in that debate style environment, then they feel like it's okay in a conversational type setting, and it's absolutely not. And then you got another dynamic I think at play too, which you alluded to, Grid, which was a social aspect. You've got people that will just not shut the fuck up because they're just awkward. They're not used to normal, regular, everyday conversations with people, and all the lockdowns and shit made that even worse, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Kat is shaking her head. Please comment, Kat.
No, a lot of people are socially awkward since 2020, like 100 times more than ever before in history. It's just like they're so weird.
Yep, that's true. Some people are rude like me and look at their cell phone in the middle of the fucking show.
It's your house, man. You do what the fuck you want.
Well, I can be rude. I am rude. I'm not. The interesting thing is I get called out all the time for look what an asshole Grid One is. Look at how badly he treats people. Look at how he talks over. Look at how he says this. Look at how he does. I told you I'm not a good person. Were you not listening? Like I say it all the time. I'm a dick.
You give what you
get. I tell you that
right?
I'm a dick, and you were shocked to find out I'm a dick. It's on you. It just is. It's the way it is.
You can say that, but you give what you get. You match. And a lot of people that way. You match energy.
I absolutely match energy. If you try and talk over me, I will beat you to death talking over you. So, because that's what it is. Yeah, Shane Herbert has a point too. Since we are on a platform that does not have individual channels, when you have more than one mic going, people can't hear shit.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, and you've got where everybody calls in, and so the quality of their mics, some have great mics, some have shit mics, the mics are better on the low end, some are better on the high end. Like none of them sound, nothing is consistent, right? It's not like watching whatever, where they're using all the same microphones through a mixer, they're adjusting levels. You don't have that over here. So yeah, when you get people talking over each other, it's just a variety of just a big mess.
Yeah.
I'm not clear what Michelle means by this. Michelle, what do you mean by very unproductive?
Well, no, yeah, maybe she's talking about when you're dealing with those issues, it makes the conversation or the show very unproductive.
Yeah.
Because you're constantly like having to deal with like
multiple mics. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So and the quality of mic, yeah, I mean it's interesting. I had trouble with my system this morning, not my mic, but my mic comes from the land that doesn't exist. It's Australian. That's probably why it wasn't working this morning. So
the people that come in and it's crackle, crackle, pop, pop, crackle, crackle, or like they're standing on the busiest highway ever with like no earbuds or anything, and it's like, dude, like seriously, like no, we can't.
I like it when they're driving and the phone is next to the AC vent, and all you actually hear is the AC is the fan.
Yeah. Jody out there says a cave. Yeah, when they're like 8 foot from the microphone talking.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
That's one of the reasons that I got the headset. I know a lot of folks prefer the mic like you've got, Grid, those types of things. But the beautiful thing with the headset is, number one, I'm fairly fucking deaf. So having that, I'm able to hear better. But the boom is a consistent distance from my face, regardless of if I turn my head, I get up, I've got to reach for something, whatever. And it just, I don't know how the quality's decent. I don't think the quality on these headsets are near what say your mic is. Or Jake's got a pretty awesome fucking mic setup too. His audio, I noticed, is really good.
Who's that? Oh, Jake. Yeah, it's a headset. I have to turn my mic down all the time because people say that I blow them out all the time. Cat's like, yeah.
Well, you're a naturally loud person anyway.
I am. Yeah. You got to see some of the looks I get when I yell for my kid at the park or something, and like I don't need a megaphone.
Yeah,
it surprises people. They like start looking around like, who the fuck said that?
You've got like that booming, echoing projection thing going on.
Yeah. I learned how to project. That was that's a holdover from military school where you have to speak loudly, and in halls sometime. So you have to learn how to project your voice from the diaphragm. Oh, the diaphragm. Yeah, especially when I say "shut the fuck up." That's true. When I hit the "shut the fuck up" button, it's the volume intensifies. It's like built-in compression. Yeah, Southern dad voice. That's probably true too. So, Yeah. But I can be heard a block away, which is, how it was with my parents. I could hear my parents yell for me a block away, and that's the metric,
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway, so so what else is going on out there? Clover Tack, did you see the running mate choice that Camel Toe made? Did you see that?
Yeah, I don't know that I care, but yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, whatever's going to happen.
Well, it was so I thought that she was going to go with Mike Kelly, the fighter pilot guy, and he would be hard to beat. Actually, it'd be like, that's a tough one. But she picked the guy that looks just like Biden with a fat, chubby face, which is
I don't know. I haven't researched it, but there was something that come across yesterday or something about some kind of controversy now around that dude. Like,
there's a lot of controversy.
There was like some old pictures of him doing something. I don't know what. I hadn't looked into it, and I'm like,
he has a lot of baggage. He's made some very poor choices in his political career and what he's backed and whatnot. So it's an interesting choice. My guess is that much like Trump in 2016, Camel Toe is forced to take this person in because of to get the nomination to get the votes that she needed.
Yeah.
So,
real quick, because I'm trying to think, who was Hillary's running mate in 16?
fuck if I remember.
Anybody out there remember? Like, I feel bad that I don't even remember that.
Yeah, I don't remember that guy. Nobody remembers that guy.
Who was it? Yeah, I don't even remember. That's sad. I don't know. In any sane world, it would be really easy to foretell the future, but like now, like, I don't know. Like, nobody's talking about the assassination attempt that died like literally a week after.
No, I think people are still talking about it, but I think the news media is definitely trying to keep it out. The mainstream media is trying to keep it out, but all the YouTube channels are still going. I just actually saw a thing the other day that they were trying to they were trying to talk to the police snipers about when they got authorization or if they fired on report.
Mm-hmm.
So,
oh man, interesting thing that I read on the other day, Secret Service, and this was probably not related because I'm sure that they put in for equipment and things like that months or years in advance, so probably not related to the assassination attempt. But the Secret Service is taking contract bids on sniper rifles currently. They're seeking like 35 rifles. They want them to be modular, where you can swap calibers, their cartridges, and then they got really, they're specific down to the types of chassis they want and the actions and the optics, and it was, I don't know, it's kind of interesting. I don't know why, and I'm not a Secret Service sniper. I'm not a sniper, period. But it would seem to me that a sniper would want a rifle that they know backwards, forwards, and inside out. So it seems to me like having a rifle where you change out the barrel and the bolt, and then you have to re-zero that rifle rather than just grabbing a rifle off the rack is stupid. Like, I get having certain cartridges for mission-specific things. Totally understand that. Not a problem. But why would you not grab X rifle out of the rack for that mission rather than having to swap everything over? And that's just dumb.
Is this it's a company, I think, in Utah that it's a bullpup sniper rifle?
No. This was This
Max
was
Tech or some shit like that.
No, this didn't have anything to do with a company. This was a bid process that was opened for.
Right. So there's a company that's going through the bid process right now, and it's a bullpup um,
Yeah, these are not.
precision rifle, which I don't know how that works because triggers in those suck. Like I've
Yeah.
never had a bullpup that had a good trigger, and but and that's the thing is that you can change the barrel. They've got a barrel changing system that that is supposedly like next level, right?
Yeah.
And you can do it without tools and all this other stuff, but I don't buy into it at all. So
Yeah, it just doesn't seem when you're talking about something. The X3 out there is talking about. Yeah, I'm familiar with what he's talking about. They do have things out there with computer controlled zero and all that good stuff. Yeah, absolutely. But all I'm saying is when you're talking about high tier security, such as Secret Service, or military application or anything else, it makes no sense to not go with the most optimal. And a setup like that to me seems suboptimal. Like,
yeah, it's Desert Tech. The company is Desert Tech.
Oh yeah. When that first shot, that might be your only shot, and that shot has the count. Like,
yeah,
anybody that has any level of training can get a one-shot mark and probably second shot be dead to rights. You know what I mean? I can do that all day, every day. You give me one shot, and the next one's dead center. Like, no problem with that. But in that sniper situation, I only got that one shot many times.
Sorry, I'm minorly distracted for just 1 second. Kat,
Yeah.
what do you, is there anything that you have been like burning to say, or any events that have gone on that are worth like we can move off of guns? We don't have to talk about guns. We don't have to talk about politics, although that's fun.
I don't know.
I got a question then, Kat.
Okay.
So I don't know if you've seen it, but the Kamala rally, I've seen some pictures of that. It was at an airport hangar or something this morning. Have you seen that?
I don't watch the TV.
Oh, I figured you'd seen a
doesn't.
post or something. So again, I haven't done any homework into this. This is just I'm just relaying my first perception when I seen that. I've seen a couple pictures and some videos. It looks manipulated to me. Like there's something about those pictures and that photo with that airplane hangar and the Air Force 2, whatever the heck it is in the background, and it looks like it's some type of CGI weird thing going on. It doesn't look legit to me. And it probably is, but it's just, I don't know, just something that caught my eye this morning. I'm like, that doesn't even look right.
I think they've been catching a lot of AI stuff from the White House. It's just all
So
fake.
Elon's called him out on it several times, and he just keeps busting their nuts on it. Like every time they put out fake shit, he's like, no, that's fake. So that's awesome. I have one for you. We were discussing last night a logical argument against age gap relationships.
Okay, I got a logical one.
Okay.
My mom was like 19. My dad was probably like 40 or something.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's all fine for them, but for me, it sucks. I remember like just being traumatized all the time, thinking my dad was gonna die like every second, my whole life, because he was just so much older than all my friends' dads. I'm just like, what am I gonna do? Like, this is just crazy. And like, there'd be lots of looks. It'd be really embarrassing for me. Like, it's not about like them. Like, they do whatever the hell they want, right? But like, for me, it sucked.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't know why, but today of all days, I'm literally getting blown up. All right, so, but okay, I'm not sure that that's a logical argument against age gap because everyone dies and we can't can't stop that. But
It's not about like that. It's just about like there's a lot of unforeseen things that happen. Just because like I just don't see a lot of really big age gap relationships that last the test of time. Like my mom, a lot of her friends, they married much, much, much older dudes, and all of them ended up getting divorced, except for like one who was thinking about it, but he died. And then and then like all I saw was just like not about them. Like women are fine. I'm talking about the kids. The kids are the ones that suffer, not the woman. Because the woman, she goes off, she lives her new life, whatever. She moves on. The kids don't get to move on. So the kids are now having to be the caretaker, you know what I mean? While they have their own kids. So that's the only thing. It's not like, oh, it's gross or cooties or whatever the hell people like to say. It's not that.
That's how it should be, though. I change my son's diapers so that when I'm old and gray, he will change my diapers.
Yeah, that's fine. But I think the normal way of life is you both are young, you get married, you have kids young. That's the ideal. The ideal is you're in your early 20s, you're stupid, you're broke, you have your kids then, you figure it out together. And then when you're like 40s, you're helping with your grandkids because you can physically do that. You're mentally still there. You can help with your grandkids. And then when the grandkids are older, you have the grandkids plus your older children to help you when you're old. It's not like, you know, when you're with the babies and you have to deal with aging parents at the same time. I don't think that's fair. I think that's selfish.
Generational family units do not work when you get married in your 30s or 40s or whatever. Like,
yeah,
it doesn't work that way. It can't. You age out too quick.
And I just want to say, it's not that I don't want to take care of my old mom. That's retarded. I want to take care of my parents. It's just, it's hard to manage little kids and older parents at the same time. There should be a break in between so that you can do one at a time.
I'm gonna, all right, let me put this out there, right? So like my parents-in-law are older, obviously. My wife and I are both older. We have small children. Her parents help take care of the kids, and we in some fashion take care of her parents because they are constantly in need of they have all these doctor's appointments, they have all of these tests and things that they have to go through. Matter of fact, they're going to New York to see a Chinese specialist doctor, just so that they can communicate in the same language, so that there's no lost in translation sort of things, right? And so I will disagree with that because I think that it doesn't matter. As long as family is going to take care of family. Where you get into trouble is where and what is happening today and has been happening for the past 20 years, 30 years, is parents are not teaching their kids to take care of their elders, and the elders are not taking care of the kids and not involved as much. And I think Clover Tack actually is a really good example of someone that is very involved in his grandkids' life, and of course he's still hale and hearty, but if he had been a lifelong smoker and basically dying of emphysema right now, I'm sure his kids would be taking care of him with no problem, and his grandkids would see that and emulate that later in life. So,
yeah, but in the case of my grands, they see a lot of what we do for my mom and dad and my wife's mom and dad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so they're still seeing that. Now, we're not talking about changing diapers. They're not in that type of a situation. And my grands are even old enough to
see. So you have four generations
to see what my or even old enough to see what not only my wife and I did for my grandmother and grandfather, but what my mom and dad did for my
Yeah.
grandmother and grandfather, right? So plenty of that they've had plenty of experience. I don't know how many generations there were. Let's see. My father.
Well, that's 4.
Well, you got my grand, that would be their great grand, mom and dad and them. Yeah, 4.
Yeah. So
At one
and
time,
That's rare, but it's actually becoming more normal as people tend to have
some, yeah,
reasonable spacing. Yeah.
somewhere, it was a clipping in a newspaper. And I've got a digital thing of it somewhere. I scanned it at one time. I've got a picture. I was 4 or 5, and there was a picture of 7 generations.
Wow.
Which was pretty neat. Yeah. Yeah, from 4 or 5 to like 102.
Yeah.
It was pretty neat.
I think that we underestimate people's ability or willingness to take care of the elderly and the very old and the very young. I think that we underestimate that because for the last probably 20 years or so, we've had this narrative of people not doing that. Did Kat drop off?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know if
She
it
may be
was.
having computer issues again.
I didn't see her wave or anything, so it may have
Yeah,
been.
and I don't have anything in the private chat that I can see that where she would be like, "Hey, I'm out." So hopefully she's okay. Hopefully her computer's okay. So yeah. Well, all right, back to politics. What do you think about the what do you think about what's going on with the way New York is trying to get around the magazine and assault weapon ban?
Are you surprised?
I'm not, but I think it's such a Hail Mary, and they're literally ignoring Bruin.
Yeah, I don't know. Bruin was great, but the thing is, the blatant defiance of that has been astonishing and staggering. Take any other issue, abortion, for example, and look at the blatant defiance that, if that was to be the case, right? And we're talking, let's go back to pre-whatever. Let's go back and say, to flip it, to say, reversal of Roe Wade. Let's say when Roe Wade was law of the land, right? Blatant defiance. Oh my God! Like it would be pandemonium in the streets.
Yeah,
with blatant defiance on that, and it's just, I don't know. It's frustrating because it's like, look, the courts say this. It's pretty clear. Like, change the Second Amendment. Like, change the courts. Change some. You know what I mean? Not pack them, but use the mechanisms in play to change things. So, it's frustrating. I like to think that ultimately, the more that they fight Bruin, and the more that you try to work around, the more they just show their hand, and the easier it is for us to actually win court cases. You know what I mean? Because they have to telegraph so many of their moves
further
by
and
doing
further
that.
away from reality, right?
Yeah, and they're telegraphing every play, right? So it doesn't take long for them, with them bucking Bruin on various things, till we've got their entire playbook. And once we have their entire playbook, we've got some pretty smart people on our side that then can draft not just court cases, amicus, but also legislation that can deal with that.
Yeah, I think that's true, and I think it's very interesting right now with the constant challenges that just even on their surface are not going to win, right? Like the way the ATF is acting right now, like petulant children. Like, take the L, go home. Try and get Congress to pass a law that does what you want. I mean, just take the L.
Yeah.
I've heard
Yeah,
now that they're going to that they're even though they've been handed their ass on the SBR, the bump stocks, and the Texas suppressor rule, they have somehow got an injunction against the Texas suppressor rule. I don't know how. I vaguely understand it, but okay.
Yeah.
And they are going to continue to go ahead to try and force that down people's throats, even though nobody wants it. Literally nobody wants it.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Well, I'm
Crazy.
trying to think. It's been 4 years, 5 years. I don't even know. Dang, maybe longer than that. I'm trying to think how many years it was since the Texas suppressor freedom was passed. But Ken Paxton, which was our AG, he said that this was potentially a multi-decade battle when that was even passed. So, most people just read the headlines, they don't pay attention, and they, Texas, you can go do this now, and it's like, no, this is the first of many, 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 many steps. And so, I don't know how it'll eventually flesh out, but I guess the beauty of it is you've got so many attacks on the National Firearms Act from so many different angles right now that it's hard to foresee a future in which, at least in which, Congress stays deadlocked or Congress stays in Republican control. It's hard to see it's hard for me to see a future where the NFA doesn't fall at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Like it almost has to.
Yeah. Have you heard the theory?
We're literally watching it unravel in real time.
Yeah. In real time. Have you heard the theory that the reason the cases are speeding forward as fast as they are is because the Supreme Court has come to understand that it's a tactic used by politicians to keep people distracted from other things, and that's one of the reasons why they like it when these cases drag out and nothing ever gets decided. And the courts have more or less made an internal resolution that they're going to process these cases through as fast as they can with all due diligence, and therefore they do not want the courts to be the bottleneck of this stuff going through, because obviously what's been happening is Congress was using the Supreme Court. They were ceding their power to the Supreme Court by proxy by simply saying that they would pass a law that they knew was constitutional or unconstitutional, usually unconstitutional, and then knowing that it was going to get challenged and it would not actually go into effect, but they could always point to the fact that, hey, I passed this law. It doesn't matter that it's not taken effect yet because it's in the court and we knew it was going to go to court.
Yeah.
But that's where
it's a punishment thing, right?
Yeah.
Where we're going to drag it out. Like if you take the same scenario and you do that in a criminal court, that's a constitutional violation to drag out, right? You're entitled to a speedy trial, right? Not drag out for fucking 2 decades or some shit. So now I'm not a constitutional scholar enough to know if that applies in this particular situation, but I don't see how it's not some type of a consideration. I don't see how it can't be adjacent enough. You know what I mean? At the very least.
Yeah.
There was a point I was going to make about.
Well, while you're thinking of that, what do you think about how the press keeps, even though Trump's conviction is under appeal, it's for all intent and purposes been set aside. What do you think about the press referring to him as a felon?
Yeah, I think that's dumb. It's parsing of words, because is he a state? Has he been convicted? Yes. Does that make him a state felon? Yes. But I mean, if he's a state felon, like, I don't understand. You know, yeah, I don't understand that. I remember what I was gonna say now. There's, again, you've got a headline culture, and it happens from the pro 2A side, pushes a lot of headline culture the same as the anti-gun side does, and it's aggravating as shit. So everybody out there needs to do their own homework. But they will say stuff like, the Supreme Court rejects to hear so and so case, and then everybody gets pissed at the Supreme Court, right? And it's like, but you don't understand. If you read the fine print on that, yeah, they want you all up in arms and pissed off and mad at the Supreme Court. But if you read and you look into it, the Supreme Court wants to do it right. And so the amicus, it was not brought to the Supreme Court at the proper time. It was not brought to the Supreme Court in a proper way. The Supreme Court wants to get it right. And so it has to run through, a lot of times, through its course in the lower courts and be at a certain stage and all this other stuff before the Supreme Court can take it up and actually give a ruling on it, judgment, whatever it's called, properly. So just understand that when you hear a lot of things about the Supreme Court didn't do this or didn't do that, just understand that it's not because the Supreme Court's anti-gun or anti-2A necessarily. It's like they want to do things the right way. Now, the lower courts, not so much. There's still a lot of liberal-leaning anti-2A courts out there, unfortunately. And make no mistake, the ATF, the federal government, knows which courts, lower courts, district courts, and whatnot, lean one way or the other, and they intentionally bring forth cases in those courts.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So, and so and they do that for optics, right? They do that for optics. That's why they do.
Yeah, and to be fair, we do the same. You know, the conservatives do the same thing.
Yeah.
So that's fair.
Totally agree. Yeah, but yeah, back to the Trump thing. Again, it's people that don't do their homework. It's the same thing with that. Like, they would realize that was a state issue. They would realize that it literally, no pun intended, it was trumped up charges. I mean, did he do something wrong? Yeah. I mean, yeah, he did. Like, it's hard to dance around the fact that he did something wrong.
But was it illegal?
But yeah, I think he did something wrong, and I think it was also illegal. The problem is statute of limitations had ran out, and therefore,
okay. So wait, which part are we talking about?
What am I thinking? Allocating the money, the book work, cooking the books, whatever type. I don't know how to put it, but
the payoff of the Stormy Daniels payoff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the handling of the books is what it all kind of amounted to, basically. And they did each individual entry as a separate charge too, did they not?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they had to. So it's actually not illegal, because they had to actually reinstate the law to charge him with it, and they arbitrarily decided to make it a felony.
That's what I was fixing to say. Not only was it a statute set, but then it was not. It was a misdemeanor anyway.
Yeah, it wasn't even. It was a law
doing
that had
what he did. So the way I understand it, and maybe I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm wrong. I'll caveat and say that. But the way I understand it, what he did was not illegal. How he talking about paying the money or whatever, how it was recorded was the problem.
So there was nothing about it that was illegal when he did it, because the statute that they used to prosecute him was no longer in effect.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
So what they it was no longer in effect because other politicians were doing that exact thing and they did not want there to have this law hanging over their heads.
Right.
So they had so in New York, the state law there had sunset, right? It had a time limit. It sunset. It expired. It was no longer on the books. Nobody had been charged with that law in like 20 some odd years because it had sunset. It was not a law. It was the only thing that they could charge him on.
Yeah.
And that when they reinstated it, the judge arbitrarily decided to make it a felony. Or no, yeah, the prosecutor decided arbitrarily to charge it as a felony. That was the only way that they could get to push it up high enough into the system to get it in front of the judge they wanted it in front of.
Yeah, but people don't look into it enough to realize it's a big fucking
It's a little confusing too. I mean, purposely so, I'm sure, but
oh yeah, without a doubt. Well, and then the other, the getting back into the whole assassination attempt. There's so much. I can't believe the amount of people that think that it didn't happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
they're like, oh, if he'd have got that range and he got shot with a, blah blah blah, it would have taken his whole ear off. And it's like, not with an FMJ, it wouldn't. It would have put a hole in it exactly like it did. And there are pictures with him standing there with a hole. Clearly, it looks like somebody put a hole punch up to his ear and clicked it. Like there was a perfect hole in his ear. And it's like, you don't understand. There has to be enough. It's just people that don't understand ballistics and they don't understand firearms, and it gets annoying. It's like you got to realize there has to be enough. First of all, it has to be a projectile capable of expansion. And then second of all, there has to be enough contact with some type of material and enough mass in said material to create energy transfer. And your ear, it's not enough. Like it's a very thin piece of skin. Like there's not enough. You could have put up on that stage a piece of just a piece of plastic. You know what I mean? Like you use in a hothouse, right, for gardening or whatever, or painting that you put on the floor, right? And it's not going to tear it all to shreds. It's going to poke a little hole in it. You could put up a piece of paper. It would do the same thing. Now, if you put up a watermelon on the stage and you hit it dead center, well, guess what? Yeah, it's going to come all the time.
That's not how any of that works.
But you've got to understand how all that works. And it's like, I've seen it the other day. It was like, yeah, if he'd have really got shot with this bullet going 2,250 miles an hour, and I'm like, 2,250 miles an hour? What are you talking about? Like, it's 2,250 feet per second, maybe, but like miles per hour, really? It's just, it blows my mind. But crazy. I see most of that on Twitter or X.
And I'm sure most of it is just trolling. People that know that they're lying.
Yeah, I see most of it on X, and X is a whole different place. If you start looking at other places, you don't see it nearly as much. But that's another reason to be diverse in kind of like when y'all were talking with the guy yesterday or whatever it was. So it's really important to you got to dig in past the headline, and then you've also got to check multiple sources. You've got to have sources that don't align with you that you go to regularly. If you're a conservative, you need 2 or 3 crazy extreme liberal sources that you go to on a regular basis. Because the problem is the extreme on one side is going to tell you one thing. It doesn't matter what the topic even is. The extreme on one side is going to tell you one thing. The extreme on the other side is going to tell you something else. And you know what? The fucking truth, it lies in the middle somewhere. It always does. But if you read sources from both sides, you can figure out real quick what's going on, because they'll have common themes and common things, things in common. And you're like, oh, okay, here's where the truth actually is, right? One side embellishes it this way, one side embellishes it another way, but, what do they have in common?
So I so I feel like that there's so I never feel like I need to go see what the left is saying because it's everywhere in front of me, right? So I don't go into those places because it's so toxic and it's so negative and it's so full of crap, right?
Well, I'm talking
But I
about
do,
news
but I do
sources
pay
and things.
attention to like
I'm
I
talking
will
about
read. Go ahead.
I'm
Sorry.
not talking about social media. I'm talking about news sources and things.
Oh, yeah.
So I just want
I'll
to make
read
sure
the
that
Post.
understood.
Yeah, I'll read the Washington Post. I'll read,
Yeah.
and basically I follow Limbaugh's kind of reference, right? Where he's like, he would reference the Post, he would reference the Times, he would reference a CNN, and there's another one. So
I get into some of the alternatives, trying to even think, but like HuffPo, Vice, I'll get into some of that sometimes, and that gets, I think, for those are way further left than the ones you just mentioned. The ones you mentioned, I think, actually get a little more centrist, perspective wise, obviously. So I like getting into the crazy, but I'm not talking about reading social media posts. That's not where I'm not getting my fucking information from some rando anonymous person on X or on Facebook. Like, fuck that. I'm going to go to a website that's established. There's constantly articles posted to it, that sort of thing. I don't want second and third hand, and you're already getting second and third hand information if you go to an actual news source, right? And it doesn't have to be a mainstream news source, just a news source. You're already getting downstream information. If you try to get that from social media, right? Like, holy crap, the game of telephone is real, folks. And
yeah,
by the time it gets
social media is bad.
Yeah.
So it seems like we got a problem going on with Frank Black in the chat. Frank, I personally, I had to scroll back and see what happened. I'm not really sure who Helmet Girl from Canada is. And I'm not really I don't really know because I don't have a Helmet Girl mod that I'm aware of. Maybe I do.
It seems like he's talking about, is he talking about like Maddie on whatever?
Maybe. I don't know.
It's only Helmet Girl I would know, but I don't understand
there's WMD, which is a bot. That's not a person, that's a bot. And
I don't see it either.
He seems to be he said I would have, if I saw those remarks and I was Cat, I would have taken them kind of offensively. You've been in the chat a lot. I think you're probably pretty cool. You just got to tone it down the day because, I did actually think that was uncalled for, talking about Kat and her dad and being old and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know that she particularly took offense. She seems to be offline. I think maybe she's having computer problems, so I can't really ask her what the deal is. So, but I don't want to. We're not going to devolve. We're not going to devolve into other channels where people say kind of stupid shit like that. Yeah. Just calm down, relax. I don't even remember exactly. Let me scroll. I got to scroll back up here a second. Give me a second.
I haven't been even watching it, so I don't know.
I know. I don't, because I've got mods in there that take care of that shit. So
bunch of mods in there this morning. Yeah.
Yeah. So remember, this is my channel. Yeah. Okay. But she is the co-host, did call her lame. That's not particularly, people call me lame all the time, but I don't know that Kat took offense to that. Maybe she did. I don't know. Kat will want kids. She has her kids around when she is old. Yes, true. Kat Kat hates her old mom. I don't think that's true. That may have been what she was talking about when she talked about her that she would take care of her mom. Selfish and lazy cat. Yeah, I don't think that's the way it is, but okay. So yeah, I mean it does seem that you kind of went a little far afield there. Let's just dial it back a notch.
I did see something about it was Grid One's channel in there.
Yeah,
Cat's
I saw that.
Cat's the co-host.
Yeah, Kat is the co-host.
So
officially.
Basically, she's a part of the channel. So
look, guys, as far as people getting timed out, I generally leave it to the mods unless I see somebody that I think is going to be a problem because they're saying random shit that's not on topic and they're not talking to specific people, right?
Yeah.
Like if Michelle is talking to Wally about her deviant sex practices, if it's not on topic, I don't give a shit that they're talking about that.
right.
As long as I can tell that there are two people that are discussing something. But if somebody's just randomly saying shit in the chat, I have to think that they're a bad actor, and I'm assuming the mods would as well, and they'll take care of it. If you say something about the people up on stage, which we're very fortunate to be able to have people to come up and be on the platform. If you're throwing insults at them from chat, look, sometimes that's warranted, but I don't think Kat was being particularly egregious in anything she did or said.
Well, it makes a difference too. Wally out there says it's a chill place, so I'm not worried. He said, but I am aware that I'm quite new. And that makes a difference too. If you're new to all of this and like we don't know you, we haven't seen you regularly, that sort of thing. The mods haven't seen you regularly, then it gets difficult for them a lot of times to know when somebody's just picking around and playing around too. Right?
Yeah, and the mods will often reach out and say, "Hey,
mind.
do you know this guy? Is this cool?
Yeah.
Is this like your buddy or something that's saying some shit?"
So you got to keep that in mind too. If you get timed out, and if you get timed out, you get timed out. I mean, accidents a lot of times can happen even. So let's not get so butthurt about that. If you got banned from the channel or hidden from the channel, that'd be something totally different. But
yeah,
it happens. Just move on.
Yeah, in general, I don't ban anyone unless they're just constant bad actors.
Straight up trolls, yeah. And you can usually tell by if you mod and you hang around the lives enough, you can usually tell that by the account name. Most of the time.
Yeah. Most of the time. All right. Well, kind of move off of politics. Now that we've got a kind of a break in the action, let's move away from politics for a minute. And so are you doing anything cool? I saw that you were doing that. You're back to throwing out videos, and you moved everything from one place to another, which was cool.
Yeah.
What else have you got going on?
Well, I took a break from pulling triggers because it's so fucking hot here today. But I got to get out and finish up some video work on a couple of ARs here in a minute. So yeah, working on that. Got the event in Knoxville, the Gun Owners of America Goals event in Knoxville next weekend, 17th and 18th. So if you're around, gunownersamerica.org/goals. You can find out about that and show the fuck up. I'm
actually going to be in Knoxville next week shooting the Orsa match, I think.
Yeah, it's basically a big, huge trade show. A lot of companies there, a lot of cool products, a lot of cool stuff. So we'll leave out either Tuesday or Wednesday next week. We'll leave out headed that way. I just got tires in for the car. I noticed, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes ago, maybe 30. I got a delivery notice that my tires are here. So I got to go get tires put on the car before we leave out. But we'll leave out and head that way next week. And being media, we've got the range day on Thursday, and then we've got an entire media day on the floor Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday is open to the public. So we'll have that as well. And then I think Saturday at some point, I think 11:30 to 12:30 maybe. I'm on the schedule, so I will have a panel, or I will be on a panel. It's not my panel, but I will be on a panel or a class, or I don't even know what you call it, on getting youth into getting the youths, man, into shooting sports.
Yeah, excellent. I used to run a kids shooting program.
Yeah, I was in 4-H shooting sports for a many number of years. I don't even know.
I did it at the local range, and I did it really just to help people out. So
I don't know if Boulay put the right link. Let me go check it. I'm gonna pick on Boulay for a minute. I don't remember it being events. I remember it being goals. Yeah, that works too. Yeah, that gets you there. That gets you there, Boulay. I'll give you a pass. It's not the main page, but at least that gets you there.
So have you been paying attention to the IPSC World Rifle Shoot?
I have not.
Well, that's too bad.
I've been trying to get some content done. The rain this year has killed me.
Same here.
So,
Rain's been terrible.
I at some point I'm gonna get an actual hard cover over my little range area where I've been filming for the most part this year. Try to get some kind of hardcover type thing over it. It's got just a shaded awning thing now that is not waterproof or rainproof. So I'll try to get that set up where it, as long as it's not tornado, hurricane, blowing thunderstorm, at least I can get out there and still film content, because that's aggravating. It's aggravating as hell. So, but yeah, I've still got, I don't even know, probably 15 videos easy that I've got to get done. And then, of course, next weekend when I go to this event, more stuff will come out of that, obviously. So, getting behind. And then also there'll be a setback because the new season of the podcast will start the end of this month. So, so that's what was moved over to the new channel. So, or I say new channel, it was an old channel I never did anything with much. So that'll put a damper for about 6 or 8 weeks. Getting all that podcast content recorded, that'll put a damper on being able to do the normal videos too. So I gotta get caught up.
Yeah.
So
guys, in about 15 minutes, we'll be in the last hour. In the last hour, I allow people who are from the chat to come up on an approval basis, to be honest, whether I want to or not. But you're welcome to call in, so to speak, and be on the show and ask questions and interact. So you'll have to contact the moderator. I suggest that you contact Mr. Boulay or Based Street Racer. I think both of those guys have the link, but all of the moderators can get the link very easily and very quickly, and we can get you up here and you guys can chat on the show.
Yeah.
It's been an interesting day. We were having a really pretty good discussion, and then Glenn had to bail. He had something going on that he needed to take care of, which was totally reasonable. And and then Kat, I think Kat must have had a computer problem because she is not online at all right now. So,
yeah, she just went away all of a sudden.
Yeah, normally when she's leaving, she'll at least put something in the back chat, or she'll say, something like, I got to go or whatever. So, but she did nothing. She just disappeared.
Well, I got a link.
Hey, Kat.
I got a link from Boulay. I wasn't even expecting it. And I come in because I was hot and sweaty, and it's like,
Mm.
okay, I need to cool off a minute. And clicked on Discord, and I'm like, okay, what's Boulay want? And it was a link, and I'm like, why have I got a link? Like, I didn't ask for a link. I didn't what? And I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna click on it. I'm gonna come up. Why not?
Yeah. The yeah, so there's a disconnect there with. I don't normally just have so a lot of channels, they just have random people come up all the time because that's how they want a lot of discussion. I have a different format, and when the moderators go to another channel and they moderate based on how that channel does things, they have to shift gears when they come back to mine, because I'm a much more closed, I'm a much more controlled in my estimation environment, where I don't, not just anybody can come up on my panel, not just anybody can gain access to generating content on my channel, and it's just, and I prefer it that way, and I'm not going to change it. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
I know that.
Oh, I was just curious why I had it. I didn't know if there was a reason or not. That's why I mentioned that.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I don't know why Mr. Boulay did. He probably just saw you and figured that at some point I'd want you to come out, but it's totally cool.
Yeah.
So, Frank Black, it's okay to lose your cool sometimes. Sorry, I didn't see that whole exchange. If you lost your cool, hey dude, that happens. No big deal. Let's just put it behind us. Everybody, everybody just chill out, calm down. It's a nice day. At least it's a nice day here. It's overcast, which means that we're not getting baked in the sun. And I've got to go pick my wife up at the airport, and I'm hoping to get back in time enough. I got some final prep work before I paint the mini parts today, and I'd like to get some paint work done today if I can. So, and then of course tomorrow. What can we do about tomorrow? Tomorrow is going to be interesting because I have no real show planned as yet.
Wing it
for Friday night.
Sounds like a chill stream.
Chill stream's usually Saturday.
Bonus.
I had planned on something, doing something else, but I was not able to. And I wasn't able to put it together, so I don't know what we're gonna. I'll come up with some topics and stuff.
Yeah.
Mr. Boulay was totally cool, dude. If I didn't want him on, I know exactly how to get rid of him. So, it's
that's
cool.
the beauty of StreamYard is you don't have to let somebody up.
Right. And they'll just chill down there. They don't even get mad about it. They're just like, yeah, okay. Yep. Don't be so sensitive. Everybody just calm down. It's we're all up in the field today.
I'm giving up pulling triggers to be here right now. So that's a big deal.
Only because it's 1,000,000 degrees outside and you don't want to turn into dust.
I'm fine now though. Like for the last 30 minutes, like I could have went back out there.
Yeah, okay.
But I do genuinely got to get out here in a little bit. I do got to get back out there because of my lighting is going to be all fucked up with the sun and everything if I don't. You know what I mean? So
sure,
it's going to be very inconsistent from what I've already filmed, and I don't want it to be that way. But hopefully somebody will pop up here in a minute.
Oh, I can just monologue, dude. I got shit for days. You missed a lot of the drama, I think, over the last couple of days. So you should count yourself very lucky there.
Yeah, I don't keep up.
Yeah, you shouldn't. Don't do that. So,
it's one of the beautiful things about hanging out over here. This is just for me. This is a break, and it's enjoyable. It's good people and that sort of thing, and I can just kind of chill for the most part, which is nice. I don't have the seriousness that you and Glenn and the others that are running the shows have.
Yeah, I think it's you know, I try to do my best to put on a good show. Sometimes I suck at it, and it's very interesting right now because there's, you know, I have not had to really be too concerned about other people acting as bad actors. I've never, you know, I just haven't had that dynamic, and I currently do. So, you know, there's that adds a little bit of an aspect to it. So.
Yep.
So, yeah. Adam 87. I'm not really sure what that reference is. But okay. Yeah, I'd like to stay indoors the rest of the day, but I got to go outside and sand, prime, fill, sand, prime, fill, sand, prime, and then paint eventually. Did you didn't see the whatever show last night, did you, Clover?
Did I?
The two dudes.
Was it a debate thing? Okay, so off and on, yeah.
Dude,
off
that was the most ridiculous thing I've seen in a little while. Like,
yeah,
like it was. I mean, the term's overused, but just horrible is really the only word. Like,
yeah.
It was just crazy. It was even more crazy because those two guys were like, I think the biggest problem is Andrew really wanted a debate. He wanted blood last night, and those guys were too stupid that he couldn't even kill them properly, and he couldn't even minister the coup d'état as he wanted to.
Yeah, they were just, yeah, I don't know how to put it.
Yeah,
I don't know that they were. I don't know if they were stupid in their own mind anyway. But
yeah,
but it was strange. Their takes on a lot of stuff did not. I mean, Andrew's all about the logical, right? And there was a lot of things that they said that just made zero sense.
Yeah, that's true. Two Wills comes in with a $10 donation. Thank you, sir, very much. It's about to be 5 a.m. here. My daughter started pre-K at a Christian private school, and I will be switching to Dayshift, so I may not catch some live shows. Win Grid 1, win chat, win mods. Thank you. Fire shows. God bless and salute. Well, thank you, sir. That means a lot, actually. I appreciate that. So I do appreciate it. So there we go. Good deal. Good deal. Yeah. Yeah, the two guys last night just got ripped apart. Like, it wasn't even funny. I think it was underwhelming for Andrew. And Andrew, I think, is flying today, so he's happy. He's gonna be home tonight, sleep in his own bed. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I think Brian probably could have handled them by himself, even. Didn't even need Andrew.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, even Brian was picking them apart.
Yeah, and Brian. Well, I think Brian Brian was okay before, but I think so I consider Brian the ultimate troll because he's got this like aw shucks kind of. I really don't know, and he lures you into thinking that he's not like really bright, not all there, kind of dumb, and then he just smashes you with like targeted points. And I think Brian's the world's best troll, and it's pretty funny to watch. So, but yes, Brian has also leveled up a lot lately. He's been refining technique, and I think he's also I think he's been afraid to go hard in the past because he's concerned with losing viewership. And Andrew and some of the others that come on there and actually go after these girls have shown him that you can, say what you really mean and not lose a bunch of you and maybe even gain viewership. So Brian is too nice. He bottles it up. One day he will choke a hoe on the show. I don't think so. I think first of all, again, I think he's like a troll. I think that he says a lot of shit that he doesn't believe specifically to get people to react. Specifically, so that those guys will jump, or the girls will jump through hoops and say weird shit and all that. So, but Andrew is brutal though, Wally. Andrew is brutal, which is one of his most endearing qualities. Is he's just fucking brutal as shit. Matter of fact, I think if anything, I think Andrew has toned down. He has softened slightly on the show so that the girls are willing to come on the show and engage with him and interact, where Brian has kind of gotten a little harder. So that's it. And indeed, Frank Black, Brian is all business. Yeah. Andrew's actually, I've always known that I need to temper my responses because I tend to go, again, I naturally choose violence. So I choose like the ultimate level of response, right? Generically. And Andrew's really shown me that that while I already knew that I should be nuanced, he actually showed me that being nuanced is probably the better path forward. So this comes up a lot. We've talked about it. I don't like going to California. I may actually have to go to LA in the near future, and if I do, then maybe I can chat with Brian about being on the show. I'm kind of ugly to be live on the show, but we'll see. I'm old, fat, and ugly, so it's not really the dynamic for the show. But more likely is I'll remote in, and we're trying to work that out. We'll see where it goes. So yeah. Let's see what else we got. They're making it work, and it's actually not a bad lesson in how to argue more effectively when not in a formal debate. Yeah, that's true. Raging Patriot is 100% correct. You got to understand Brian as a brand and is not willing to let anyone fuck with it. Too many people talking down on Brian. You have to see it from his perspective. That's actually really true, and I think that it's a very interesting thing that so many people talk about what Brian should do when he's got a show that has literally millions of subscribers. I think he's up to a billion watch hours or something like that. I mean, dude's doing something right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Like it's I'm not gonna what is it? Armchair quarterback. I'm not gonna armchair quarterback him on this one. Yeah. So 4.4 million subs. Yeah. 4.4 million subs and a billion watch hours. I mean, the watch hours is nuts, right? Like that's crazy. And he's got 3 clips channels, and one of them is literally maxed out. At least one, maybe 2. Yeah, he's in his 30s, dude. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of it is his OCD I think you could attribute his success to that and him paying attention to his brand and caring about.
I triggered his OCD the other night, Clover, dude. I triggered him hard.
You did?
Yeah, when that did you see when the Desiree chick was on there and they brought her back in?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. Off and on, but yeah.
So they brought her back in, and they had a shot where they're showing kind of backstage, and they have you can see the whatever signage with the cameras peeking over it, and the cables are just kind of run willy nilly, and I'm like, that cable routing makes my eyes twitch.
Yeah.
Brian's like, hey.
Yeah.
Right. I bet they're all like tightened down now.
Yeah.
So that's very funny.
Yeah, he's kind of selectively OCD in a way, though, too.
Yeah, he
There's
is.
certain things he won't say nothing, and then other things like an ash on Andrew's microphone, he's throwing a fit. Like, dude. But I think OCD works like that, too. There's certain things. I'm typically not OCD at all, but there are certain things that I definitely can get OCD about. So, I think I'm going to jump down because I've got places to go and guns to shoot. But
well, that's a fucking great time for sure. It's 2:00. Yeah, so
hopefully you bring somebody up here in a little bit and
that's all right. I'll do the inner monologue out loud.
Right there, you go. That's a scary thought.
All right.
Y'all be good.
All right, see you, man. Have a great day. All right, guys, that was Clover Tack. Here's get the package or get the patches for the show, so that'll be great. That will be great. Great. All right, anybody want to come up? Anybody got any audio? What's wrong with my audio? Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah. Yep. Anybody want to come up and chat? That would be great. If not, that's fine. Was it a tapping noise? Because I was banging the mouse around, just being a dick. So that's what it was. That's what I was doing it. All right, guys. So, if I'm gonna monologue this, I'm gonna talk about the sheer amount of drama on the sheer amount of drama that's going around and why people think that. Well, look, I get it. Drama can get views. Drama can do a lot of things. And people react to it, right? So, there's drama between me and so, or if I make a video and I call someone a fucking idiot, then, they, that probably would get me more clicks, which I don't know if you guys have noticed this, right? I don't do that shit. I don't clip anything pointing at people and saying, what a fucking idiot or what a pwn, and I could, because I notice shit like that all the time, and I make fun of people all the time. It's what I do, but I choose not to do that because first of all, I would like this to be a very large show, and I really don't want the reputation of being a drama channel, like the Thorpes or whatever. And so it's interesting to me. I'm not really sure that I understand the dynamic, but there seems to be a lot of drama, and I mean like all kinds of stupid drama in the space, to use the terminology, and which is fine. Look, I come from racing, man. There's like a shit ton of drama 24/7, right? I just never got involved in it, and why would I? But it seems like that more and more it's just like order of the day. it's what we're doing. What we're doing today is we're going to have all of this fucking drama, and we're going to talk shit about people. And I would rather talk shit about subjects, and I'd rather talk shit about things that might eventually help people. But you know, I can only do so much. I'm certainly not perfect. And the thing about the bullshit. So look, real drama. I mean, I can get behind real drama. I can get behind like, you know, I can get behind some dramas, but you know, much like the BO versus Andrew thing. I mean, I was kind of on the fringe involved in it. I thought it'd be funny. It was, as the end of it. So, yeah, man, I think it's interesting. And there's some drama going on right now. I mean, like I'm watching this stuff unfold, and now I'm not a part of this specific drama as yet, but I think it's interesting. You know, I think it's interesting, and I'm just watching, and you know, it's all good. You always remember that Andrew is right. That is something that's true. I had to suck it up last night and tell Andrew he was right. He was 100%. I was wrong. I admit that I'm wrong. I was wrong. It's no problem. I've been wrong many times. I will probably be wrong many more. But this has nothing to do with that. There's other drama. There's always drama going on. It's just nuts. It's crazy. I don't know what's up. So, and here comes the rain. Right as I'm getting ready to end up. That's all right. It's cool. Yeah, since nobody wants to come up, I'll just continue to monologue on. But that's all, you know, I just think that it's interesting. There's so much drama around in this space and in the group, you know, so it's weird that there's all of these different groups that are interlocked, as we were talking about earlier, like Glenn was talking about, you know, they're all kind of interlocked, and Andrew was talking about the same thing. And, you know, it's just a bunch of nonsense, and I just don't have any time for it, to be honest with you. And I don't think I'm gonna. Well, I don't see any need to really participate in much of it either. So, is what it is. I do find that I do find this to be true. The beta sphere is primed for drama. It's a constant barrage of opinions that are inevitably going to lead to butting heads. So here's the thing. I don't have a problem with someone who debates me in good faith. I don't have a problem with somebody that argues with me. We can look, I can have a difference of opinion. I argue with people all the time. What I guess what I'm saying is like, I guess what I'm saying is like, I don't understand. I mean, I understand it. I don't see the value in some of the things that people do because it's dumb. And I don't like to do dumb shit. So that's the way it is. In what way? You say some very cryptic things that I think you know the meaning of, and I don't think anybody else does. So if you could help us out with that, that'd be great. Didn't find the red pill space. Looking for the red pill space. I just kept running into it. I definitely did. I don't consider myself red pill at all. But definitely I keep running into the red pill for sure. If you're a conservative in the manosphere, or have conservative tendencies in the manosphere, or even just online, you're going to run into red pill because it's just the way it is. There's no way around that. So I don't know. Let me give me 1 sec. I gotta check on something here. A lot of weirdness today, guys. A lot of it. I just don't understand the. I just don't understand it. Don't care. And exactly right, Raging Patriot. It's going to happen. Yeah. All right. Yeah, and look, I've been around like real drama, like people throwing wrenches at each other in the pits, fighting, threats, actionable threats. The drama farming, I think, that's actually a better term, drama farming. This is a great comment, Mr. Boulay. This is perfect. Perfecto, wonderful. Here's so there are people out there that that are not capable of creating content, that are not capable of actually sitting in front of a microphone and a camera and talking to people in a way that people want to listen to, that people want to hear what you're saying. And I'm not saying I'm particularly good at it. I'm constantly shocked that there are people that want to listen to what I have to say. But I show up every day to do it because I want to. That's fine. But there are a lot of people in this space that cannot create their own content. So the best they can do is drama farm other people for content, and or use their content in a review or reaction, something like that. Now, to be honest with you, I think reaction and review videos are just about the lowest form of entertainment or work product possible, because basically all you're doing is giving opinion on something somebody else did, and you're not really putting in any actual work of your own. And who gives a shit about your stinking ass opinion anyway? And it's totally fine with the it's totally fine with a lot of people to do that. It's just I don't get anything out of reaction videos. I really only watch a couple of channels that do reaction videos, and that's because they're they're excellent. And they produce things in a very good way. So, but it's not just reaction videos. It's there are people out there that just they don't produce their own content. They rely on everyone else to produce content for them, and then they just copy, paste, and maybe make a little change here and there, and that's the end of it. So it's fine. But if you're going to, that kind of bothers me a little bit. Not as much as it used to, but it kind of bothers me a little bit. And so without a source of that, right, without access to someone to be able to do that, without being able to use that material freely, then you've got to go drama farming. You got to go find it. Or create it. You got to grow the drama yourself. So it is what it is, and there's no reason that anyone should really care, right? Like it's fine. I'm gonna shift off of that because I think that's all that can really be said about the drama and the drama farming and all of that. It's kind of a waste of time. I'm not really sure I'll talk about it again, but I wanted to talk about it at the end of the show here because it seems like there's a lot of people out there that seek out and create drama in the name of content, and I think it's kind of bullshit, to be honest. Yes, fake drama is so lame. Thank you. I just saw that pop up on the screen. And now, let's see, we got like 30 minutes left, something like that. Yeah, we got 45 minutes left. So it's like WWF. Yeah, scripted, fake. I don't like scripted shit. I don't like fake shit. I really don't like hit pieces. I can't actually. I mean, I generally will just turn the turn the video off if there's a hit piece. Because why? Why would I want to look at that? I think the words original content should mean something. Speaking of, tomorrow I'll be dropping the next clip from the Vegas video. The Vegas video will be released on Sunday. Since I don't stream on Sunday, the entire video will be released on Sunday. I'll be releasing a video. Let me see, because that may not work out the way I want it to. See how this works. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to release the second clip from the Vegas video today at some point. Be watching for that. Watch your notifications for that. The Vegas session was really good. You guys may have seen the clip from yesterday. Glenn did a review of that clip earlier today. It was a really good time. It was a really good show. We talked a lot about things I think that are relevant. Not just we did talk a little bit about the assassination attempt, but we didn't really dive deep into that. So I'll be dropping that video later today. And so in the last few minutes though, what do you guys think about Nah, I'm gonna wait for Glenn. I'm gonna wait for Glenn on that. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Don't worry. I mean, it's gonna be good. I see Kat is kind of back on me. See what's going on with her. Nobody has anything they want to talk about before I launch into this little last topic. It's okay. You can throw anything out there. What's up, Wally? Is your hand raised? You don't have to have you don't have to raise your hand. So. So much mail. Boxers or briefs? All cotton briefs, bro. But I may consider going back to boxers. So just for the heck of it. So launch into the topic. It's a short topic. It's just a kind of a short thing. Before we go. When you guys are out there and you're on, I'm sure a lot of you guys either work at a desk job or in an office or something like that, or maybe you're listening on your phone through a speaker system or something in the shop, or working or something like that. I'm sure a lot of you guys are working while you're listening to this in one form or fashion, and it's really Kat is in hurricane. What? Hang on. What? Hurricane season, so Wi-Fi signal sucks. Yeah, she was on her phone, but that signal's dropped off again. So she's probably just struggling. She's on the struggle bus. It's okay. I just want to make sure she's okay. Anyway, so as we're man, I just cannot get started on the topic, and then I get distracted, and I'm all fucked up now. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I think Kat's been having some technology issues. Guys, don't worry about it. She'll be fine. So it's good. Yeah, I don't know. Start the topic. I don't really. What do you guys think about people that drama farm? Really? I mean, do you watch their content? Do you guys no? And they are okay. I don't think I'm in Kat's Discord, actually. Just, throw that out there. I don't think that I'm in her Discord. So, which is fine. Drama. See that. How long? What does what last? So the thing about the drama farming is, and you may have seen this recently. Trying to think of. I mean, the thing about drama farming is, you sit there and you take a small set of clips, right? Or you take a session from a debate or an interaction or whatever, and then you clip it and just keep releasing those clips so that it's meant to incite, or man. So I had a creator come on one time, and he's a bigger creator, and I had someone else on the panel that ignored the actual topics and specifically asked about certain things. And of course, that, in good faith, the guest engaged with the other guest in good faith and answered the questions, and I thought it was a good exchange. But down the road, sure enough, that was all clipped together, taken out of context, and put out. And it made the person who came on my stream look very, very bad, and it just was not cool at all. So, and I have a very simple way of dealing with most of this on my end. I just deny access, so you can't do that anymore. But that doesn't always work. So. Yeah. Hello, Daria. How are you? Let me get Serious Shelby here for $20. Let me pull this up. Drama farming is basically a snake way to make better podcasters look bad. It's a coward technique to gain quick views and backstab people. Yes, I agree with that. Sometimes it's not I don't know that it's intentionally meant to backstab. It's just taking advantage of a situation, right? So, yeah. Yeah. And Serious Shelby, seriously, thank you for the $20 donation. That really, it really means a lot. So, anyway, I look, this has just been something that's going around a lot. I'm getting, there's a lot of people accusing other people of drama farming, which I think is, some of it's true, some of it's accurate. Clout chasing, kind of trying to stay. I'm not trying to stay neutral. I definitely have opinions, and I definitely make those known. And obviously, last night, if you watched that episode, I made some opinions very well known. And I'm not gonna go any. There's just no point in talking about that any further. But I've been looking around, and it seems like there's a ton of unnecessary bullshit out there, and I'm trying really hard right now to not condemn. So I don't want to condemn somebody who is probably just doing what they feel is the best thing to do. There's not actually a malicious intent behind it. It's a proven method to work but intent or not, it's snake in the grass, right? It's just, you're just laying there waiting for people to give you or provide content for you. And Andrew's addressed this many times, and he's actually addressed it the best I've ever heard, is that it's a business, just like I'm in the business of creating content. There are people that are going to clip my channel and clip my content and try and make me look bad because that's all they can do. They have no other talent. And there are going to be people out there that are going to clip my channel and put it together and make it look good and talk about it and use it as examples and things like that. So it's both drama farming, right? Although arguably one is drama farming, the other is kind of clout chasing, but either way, whatever. And it's just it's just part of putting shit out online. Pardon me. And it's just that it's an industry both way. There's money to be had on both sides, and views count no matter what the view is of. So, however, I feel like that it's pretty terrible. It's a pretty terrible way to make your way through the world. Wally says, sure, people look for attention, which tends to be short term. Others form connection, which are more genuine. I think that's true. Serious Shelby, one thing I do is if it doesn't involve me or my family or job, I don't give a crap about drama. I use it to improve myself. So I actually don't give a crap. I mean, the amount of I don't give a fuck can't be measured from my point of view on this, right? Like, I just don't care. It's interesting to talk about, and it's funny to me on some occasions, but I just don't care. I've been insulted by the best, and on my end, I don't care. But there are people out there that do care. They have legit brands to protect, and and that's not cool for them. For other people to be dicks. And remember, Andrew said 2 rules last night, so and I agree with that. So. Yeah. Yep. I did hear back from Kat. Kat's okay. She's just, having some problems. It's okay. Glenn Lawrence, who popped off he had to go take care of some shit. I believe he is in deep discussion right now, so that's okay. Jess was supposed to be on, but she's having child issues to some degree, so she needs to take care of her children, and we certainly support that. So again, I've just been mumbling along here. I don't mean to just mumble along. I did not honestly plan to. I had no plan for this at all. Daria, I can't relate to clout chasers. I honestly couldn't care less about attention and fame. I like keeping my private life private. Yeah, that's cool. I can't relate to clout chasers because I'm way too focused on putting out good work product versus trying to get somebody in a gotcha moment. Maybe I'm just naive and stupid. I could be naive and stupid, but I would rather do something like we helped that guy Justin yesterday, where I came in and he kept spewing out talking points that were not accurate, and I would say, hey, that's not accurate. This is the truth. And then he would give me something else, and I'd say, no, that's not true either. Here's the truth. And then he would give me something else, and I'd be like, no, come on, man. You know better than this. This is not the way it is. Stop it. And at the end of the day, he thanked us, and He felt like that he, had been confronted in such a way that changed his worldview, which is what I do. Apparently, is I change worldviews. So, unfortunately, I can't. I don't know. Can't see what's going on. Damien, our resident parkour agent. If that's the case, and I'm just as naive and stupid as you are, Grid. LOL. My show is educational and not clout chasing. Yeah, laughing out loud. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I just think that I don't know. So I had a comment yesterday left in my chat. It might have been in private chat, and is like, there's a lot of people out there that have never been punched in the mouth, and it shows. So, which is kind of an older comment, but I don't know. I think maybe Mike Tyson said that. I don't know. It was terrible. People don't get challenged enough, Wally. Yeah, that's true. Well, actually, I think they do, but I think that they don't rise to the challenge often enough. I think at the end of the day, they just want to just fuck off and do shit. I mean, I see that in basically everybody. So, it is what it is. I don't know what to do about it. I don't really care. Fuck it. Fuck it. So. I think we put a lot of people to sleep today. I think this was a little too chill an ending to the stream. So, little too chill. What's up, Garrus Godfrey, you loser? You're just now ducking back in? What'd you do? Take a 2-hour lunch? A 3 martini snack? Oh, you just got off work. Okay. Woke up myself there for a second. Yeah, me too. Garrus of the Godfreys, of the clan of Godfrey. It's pretty funny. Everyone's half asleep at work. Yeah, that's it's not hot here, man. I've got the AC on. I feel pretty comfortable. I am tired though. I was up really late last night. I had to get up early this morning. I've got to once I finish this show up, I've got a couple of things to do, and then I got to head to Nashville, which I fucking hate in the afternoon. And I've got to I got to make some phone calls to follow up on some stuff, which I should not have to do, but I'm going to have to. Martini, I'm a man. I drink whiskey. Yeah, sure. James Bond, martinis, shaken, not stirred. Never stirred. Yeah. I'm thinking I'm going to go shoot that match in Huntsville this weekend. Any of you dudes happen to be in the area, I will. I'm going to see if they have practice score registration, and if they do, I will register up on practice score, and I'll head down there and shoot the match. So that's it. So I guess the last thing before I close out, because you guys are a bunch of smart dudes, and you guys know a lot of stuff. I have got to get this merch handled. I still need to talk to John Smith about the design work. I have some very specific ideas for the first flight of t-shirts and hoodies. I want to do patches, so I got to talk to Clover Tack about the patches. We're going to do hats, which are going to be fucking sweet. I'm going to do the standard trucker type hats. We're going to have they have an option called the Fat Head, which is for guys with larger domes that fit comfortably and fit right and don't look weird on your head. So we're going to offer those. We're going to do them with leather patches for on the front with a symbol or a logo lasered into them. So, yeah. Yeah, red crayons are the best. That's right. The red crayons have all the minerals and vitamins. But yeah, so it's I'm gonna do all the merch stuff, but I have to get somebody to get this work done because it's dragging along very slowly. So hopefully John Smith, who is a designer, can make that happen. I also got to do some more emojis. I'm gonna upload some emojis. I think tomorrow. I think I have a couple already made, and then I'm going to either make and or steal some, and put the emojis in. No, Kevin, I don't have any of your special colors. You get black, white, maybe blue, maybe gray. That's probably it, man. That's probably it. No red, maybe. I don't think so. It's just going to be the normal colors. Nothing in your color palette. I'm sorry. So, yeah. Yep, we're gonna do that, and got to go paint cars this weekend, or paint my car. Be cool. You know, the drama even on the automotive boards. Kevin, I have been very disappointed with the lack of drama in the RX-7 community. The rotary community has let me down. The drama level is in the toilet. I don't know what's going on. Obviously, you're not doing your job, Kevin. You should turn in your apron and seek employment elsewhere, because you're just not hammering enough. Well, depending on how long that yarn is, you're welcome to come up now for a few minutes. Just depends on how long. I don't have a hard out at 3 like I normally do. So if you want to come up, come on up. No, and thank you for the Australian $10. I love Monopoly money. Community is dead. Business is dead. I think everybody is fucking off on vacay or something. Yeah, it could be. It could be. I have actually noticed that there's just no drama right now. Everybody, people aren't even like whining about how expensive the car is when they post it. It's very strange, very, very strange. So very, very strange. I kind of want to harass Glenn about his Harley obsession, but he's not on anywhere. I can't find him. He's hiding. Can't message him. Yeah, the link from earlier will work, Jess, if you just want to pop in. Wait. What? What? Destiny rage quit against someone other than Andrew? Wally, CBR is better. I had a 900RR, CBR 900RR, and I love that bike. I wish I still had it, but it got stolen and they fucked it up. And I couldn't even look at it after the police showed it to me. He rage quit Rob Noor? That's like rage quitting himself. That's borderline gay. Wait, it's Destiny. It is gay. My mistake. And now I have a CBR 600 F4, which is badass. It's interesting that the carbureted bike is rated at the same horsepower level as the fuel injected bike.
So I heard from a distance you might be going to the match Saturday. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm thinking. I think I'm going to. I think I'm going to look and see if they have a practice score.
Yeah, you signed up through practice score. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll sign up through practice. Yeah, if I can find the practice score link, I'll register. I got to check with my wife tonight, make sure that she doesn't need me on Saturday for anything.
Yeah, they have a
Lift heavy
if you go to
objects.
the site. They have a link. They have a link to practice. Practice. You know what? You know the deal.
Yeah, my guys, my buddies, they're the guy. They are the practice score guys.
Oh,
okay,
yeah, cool.
They are the practice score guys, so I'm very familiar with practice score.
Well, damn, if you're going, maybe I should change my plans and go out there too. It's been a while.
Yeah, Slackjaw rage quit. Well, he didn't have a penis in it, so why the jaw's slack?
Well, I'm sure people will be drama farming that debate for content.
J6 debate against Rob. Destiny spent 5 hours talking about what he wanted, and then 10 minutes into Rob getting to talk about his points, Destiny bailed. Have I already said gay? I feel like I've said gay. Oh, look. Jordan, help me out. Gay. Gay.
Totally.
Slackjaw rage quit. That's funny. Because there's no cock in it.
Well, it's great that you're making those posts about that conference you went to in Vegas, because that's like original content.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what this community needs, in my humble opinion. And that's what I need to do, is to get back into making content for my little channel and see if I can contribute in some way.
Yeah, I think it's just about the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life, is to watch people sit there in a chair like this, and then they just go, and they just reacting to people's contents, reacting to other people's original programming. Another Australian $5. Again, we love Monopoly money. It's fine. Send it on in. Thank you so much for the donation. Hang on. I'm just switching over devices and setting up. Sorry for my slow ass. I don't care about your ass. So
I still can't find Australia on a map. Somebody's going to have to show me.
Yeah. Somebody talk to the cartographers about that.
But, you know, something...
the RE5 was a rotary-powered Suzuki motorcycle. Bad Mama Jam. Sox also made a rotary-powered motorcycle. So, yeah. Rotaries are the way. They're the way forward. And the way back. Whatever. Yeah, I may, and I just need to check and see what's going on. I've been busy all week, so Saturday may be especially if I can finish up the Friday. If I can finish tomorrow night's show at a reasonable hour, and it's USPSA, so it's just pistol. So, I don't really need anything special.
Yeah, it's better to go ahead and pre-register, and if you don't show, you don't show. But it's better to go ahead, pre-register, so you can get assigned to a squad. And then if you're not there, they can make adjustments Saturday.
Yeah. My USPSA number is expired, but that's okay.
So is mine.
That's okay. They'll take my money.
TY57313.
Yeah, they'll take my money. Don't you worry.
Oh yeah, money's
Electric bikes are. Whoops. There we go. Electric bikes are also gay. For people scared of motorcycles? Why, yes. Yes, it is. It's for people who are actually. So I have a friend of mine who's a big motorcycle guy, and he loves his electric dirt bike for some reason. But it's like you can only ride it like an hour or something. So his dad's neighbor used to do RC flying as a tiny rotary engine for one in a box from the 70s. Yes, they made a functional rotary engine for model airplanes. I really want one. Atkins had a couple for sale for a while, and Kathy wanted too much money for them, so whatever.
How big?
Whatever.
How big is it? This rotary model engine. Oh wow! Really?
Yeah, tiny little guy. I think it was an equivalent like a 60 series engine. So tiny.
Yeah, it's
but
amazing.
Smooth. Very
it's
smooth.
There's videos on YouTube about folks that just build those RC, scaled. If it flies, somebody's made a model of it, and it's just incredible. Those are fun to watch. I mean, the guys make the big Airbus, whatever, 747s, even an SR.
I never got into the giant scale stuff. I tried a little bit. I just couldn't get into it.
Now you like the full size real deal, right?
Well, I have a lot of model airplanes. I was big into I did ducted fans way back in the day. I had I'm pretty sure they were OS. They could have been Super Tiger or Super Tiger, however you want to say it. Engines that were 4 ducted fans. They ran at some ridiculous RPM, like 18,000 RPM or some shit like that.
Oh wow!
But they drove a fan, right? So it was, so you could get enough thrust out of it, and maybe it's 12,000 RPM. But there was a ridiculous RPM for these little motors, and they didn't live long. But they sounded cool. They looked cool. It was like a jet.
Yeah, but now don't they have miniature jet engines for RC planes now?
They do now. They didn't then. So ducted fans were as close as I could get. Plus, I didn't have a lot of money, so it took I had to save for a month and a half to buy each engine because they were $200 or something. So
oh my,
yeah,
and that was
a lot of money
back in the day for both of us.
That was a lot of money back in the day.
Yeah,
that was literally a full week's paycheck. Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, good old days where mom kick you out of the house and say, "Don't come home until street lights come on."
Street lights go out. Yeah.
Right.
That's right. Welcome, Jess. Finally. What kind of yarn are we spinning today? Hello?
Ooh. She mute?
Jess, you're muted. You're muted. Gotta click the button. Double click the mouse.
No, it's okay. I'm here now. I didn't have my mic plugged in. Oh, yeah, it's early here. Okay, I'm still half asleep a little bit.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Well, for her, she's in the future, right? She's.
That's right. 7 hours in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Friday here. Friday morning.
We need the lotto numbers.
Yeah. Friday morning.
Only it worked that way.
A level beyond muted, which is nice.
So did you understand what I said when I said having a yarn? Do you use that?
I did.
Oh, that's really
I'm an
good.
Educated man.
Because most people don't.
Yeah. Well, I'm an educated man.
I know. Haven't you been here a few times or something?
Australia?
I know.
No.
Yeah, Andrew's been here, I'm pretty sure.
No, I've never been to Australia.
No, not yet. Oh,
it's
go one day.
I have friends that say they've been there, but I don't believe them. I think their pictures are photoshopped. So,
well, Base is coming here to fight a kangaroo, so you can ask him about it when he gets back.
Base Street Racer?
Yeah.
I got money on the kangaroo.
He reckons he could take the kangaroo on.
Have you seen? I've seen.
There's some big kangaroo down there.
Hang on, I think I got something for this. Give me one
Sorry.
sec.
I told him I wasn't going to let him live it down. Me and Mrs. D had a ball with that stream.
So, and you don't have to tell me if it's like a big secret or something. Did I heard that Mrs. D? Well, never mind. I'm not going to put that out there. I'm sorry. Hang on. I got. Sorry. They're reading glasses, so when I'm trying to read far away, that it strains my eyes, and they tear up from time to time. And they're still happening. So what did you want to spin a yarn about? Just fighting the kangaroo? Because I think I have something for this.
Yeah, I wanted to tell you about that.
He'll be fine. That kangaroo won't hurt him really badly or anything.
Oh,
You think?
Nah, that kangaroo will take it really easy on him. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
they'll be wearing kid gloves, right?
No, okay, then. Okay. What you heard about the Gimpy Gimpy plan?
The what?
The Gimpy Gimpy.
No. Why would I hear about something like that? That sounds
It's
as
the
made
most
up.
poisonous plant in the world.
It's the most what?
Poisonous plant in the world.
Yeah, why would I know about it?
It makes poison ivy look like like fun.
Look, Australia is the land of. Oh, hang on. I do have something for this. Australia is the land of. I'm gonna kill fucking everybody. And
Well, Bates reckons he can take the bush on here. I'm like, really? I've grown up in the bush all my life. I've been stung by a stinging tree, a gimpy gimpy. I've been stung by one. They can kill you. They send you into anaphylactic shock. Like, I'll send you a video later about them.
Mhm.
And yeah, they grow in all sorts. Like, they grow in trees, kind of looking things. They grow in vines. They grow over the top of other plants. They grow in creek beds. And yeah, then if you put water on it, like, you'd think, oh, I'll just wash it off because it's like a nettle. It's got tiny little hairs and stuff.
Mhm.
You think, oh, I'll wash it off in the water. But if you put water on it, it actually makes the reaction worse. It causes another reaction that makes it worse.
Yeah.
So you have to tip acid on it to get it
Like
to stop.
lemon juice or something.
No, I'll send you the video on it because I'm not
It's all right.
fully educated on that kind of stuff to quote that exactly.
Okay.
But the hairs get embedded into your skin and they stay in your skin. The skin like kind of grows over it, and you can have pain from it that lasts for months or years. It's not just like 10 minutes or a day and it goes away.
Right.
Like, most people who get it have it at least for a week, and then it can come and go for months and years.
All right, class. So, what people think Australia is like, what it's actually like.
I should send you a link to the video about all the Australian street names and place names here.
Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty funny.
I played it yesterday. I think it was so funny. I think a lot of people were surprised, but because it's like a bunch of drunk people just named everywhere.
Yeah, the Aussie Tourism Board is going to cancel me, so just stand by for that. So don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm not going to get canceled. I'm uncancelable. Just don't worry about it. It's cool.
I gotta share this video with you because it's hilarious. I thought it was that funny. I played it twice. It just is. It's a lot of Australian slang words as well, so it's like funny as.
But was it that funny though?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
It's not just all right. I'll send it to you, so then I'll send you this one because I can find this one, but I can't find the other one that I played because I played 2 different ones. You can tell me what you think. Hang on, give me a sec. My Australian internet's a bit slower than yours.
That's okay. We'll wait. Don't worry.
I've sent it to you now.
I believe you.
Seen any of these, Jess?
Desert Scorpion.
Yeah. Perth Mint came out with a series of coins about all the
Is it silver?
dangerous animals of Australia.
Hmm.
I think
They
this is the
come
most
out.
recent one. You know, the man of war jellyfish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't checked them. I haven't seen them ones in particular, but I do look at them regularly. They come out with new ones a lot.
Hmm.
And there's different editions too. Like that one looks like their special edition ones.
Yeah, it's the what's it called? The what I just said it. What was it in not dangerous something creatures or something like that? I forget.
Yeah, they're specialty group ones that they do. Yeah.
You guys talk about coins for a minute. Stand by.
Oh well, I'm not
Well,
exactly.
No,
I just know bits and pieces.
No, I was good. Since you're here, didn't you promise to let us listen in on how the Aussies say Mazda?
Mazda.
Say that again.
Mazda.
Mazda.
I actually drive a Mazda. That's so funny.
Mazda.
Yes.
So almost sounds New York or something.
You know,
like-
we make fun of the way you say Nissan all the time. All the
Nissan.
time. I just make fun of that constantly.
It's Nissan.
That's what I
Hello.
mean. We make fun of that all the time. Same with how you say aluminum.
Oh,
Say
aluminium. No, I like saying aluminium. But
Even that's not right. It's aluminium.
no, it's aluminium.
Aluminium. That's what you're saying.
Aluminium. Well,
Aluminium.
no, we say aluminum. But
I know
kinda-
you do.
I'm
But even
sorry?
when you say aluminium, you don't say it properly.
Well, that's probably me then, because I'm old and decrepit and stuff. So.
No, it's funny because we make all tourists try and say it, and you all sound the same with it. Just like we sound dumb when actually there's a couple of Aussies that can pull off American accents, but most of us are shit at it, except for when we're not trying. Like if we actually try and do it, I tried to do it on my stream and I looked like a complete idiot. And then I do it on private calls with Americans all the time. They're like, "You sound American." Then I'm like, "I'm not trying though. I'm just making fun of yous." Maybe I should do that instead of actually
I
trying.
make fun of everyone, so that's fair. That's fair. I make fun of everybody. Guys, I'm gonna shut the stream down. I gotta take care of the call. I gotta call back on the and actually we're at closing time anyway. Guys,
I'm
it's
glad I
closing
caught the
time.
end of
The
it.
bar is closed down. Don't day
Maybe next
drink.
time I can be a
Bad
bit
for you.
earlier.
Jess, yes, you're welcome to come on next time. I'll be on tomorrow night. I will be dropping a video later today and another one tomorrow. The video shorts of the leading up to the release of the full interview from Vegas. So far, the content looks really good, and you guys get to see me without glasses on and how bad I squint with my left eye, which is it's just a thing that comes when you shoot a fuck ton. Sorry.
I'll
And
send you a video of that gimpy stuff, and on your next stream, I'll ask you what you think about it. Because I'm
what's that?
curious about your thoughts.
The which part?
The gimpy plant.
The gimpy plan.
Yes.
The one that puts you in anaphylactic shock if you get stung.
Oh
by
yeah,
it.
yeah. I'll look at that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And I'll also send you the one about Australian places, weird Australian place names as well, for you to look at. Because I'm just curious about your thoughts on it.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
They're not very long. It doesn't like.
I mean,
I won't take up hours of your
colony
time.
of convicted felons. So, yeah, what can you do?
Yeah.
England's worst became Australia's best.
Most of the people got friggin' done for things like stealing a loaf of bread. If you call that a criminal, okay.
Stealing. Hello. No, I'm just kidding.
Like a lot of the people that got sent here, it was like pathetic.
No, it was debtor's prison mostly. That's why we don't have that in the U.S. Debtor's
What'd
prison.
you say?
Debtor's prison, meaning that people were in debt, went to prison. It's my charming southern lilt that throws you off. My voice.
Yeah, sometimes your accent, I can't quite understand certain words.
Well, don't get me angry, because then you really won't
When
be
you
able
said
to understand.
Mazda, I had to go back and rewind it. I'm like, wait, did he just say what I think he did?
Mazda?
Yeah, you say it so strange.
Mazda.
Mazda.
It's a car that we drive. Excuse me while I go get some clam chowder soup.
I'm sorry. I
can't do Northeastern, but I'm so Southern that you wait till the hill jack comes out in me. And,
no. You should hear Crazy Mama say it. Far
it
out.
would be very, very interesting when the hill
I'm
jack
happier tornado in a trailer park.
That's like she doesn't talk quite like that, but she's got that.
I go from having no accent really to having very deep South accent. Very funny.
When I used to have a drink, I used to sound Irish. I used to have people make fun of me for that all the time.
I mean, don't all British people sound Irish?
Irish accent. It would
Where's
just come out of
Terry
nowhere.
That would have offended him.
Oh, I don't know. I've got a family in Ireland.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense. All right, guys, we gotta go. I gotta return phone calls. I got business to take care of. And I really appreciate everybody coming out today. You guys that stuck through to the end. Awesome. For the haters that came in to farm content, good on you, bro. Have a great one. I hope you use it well. Enjoy your day, folks. I will be dropping videos. You'll be looking for them, and I will see you guys later. As always, like, subscribe, push all the buttons, do all the things on your way in and out if you can, and I will see you later.
Get off his lawn.
Get off my.
See ya.
Twisted fever dream. Each answer us. Don't looking back. Drag revelation. On adrenaline's crack. Heartbeats pounding louder than 1,000 engines scream. One-on-one exclusive like a twisted fever dream. Fever dream. Every question like a gunshot racing through the rust. Face to face with truth uncovered, raw and burning wild. Eyes locked tight like mirrors, grinning devil's crooked smile. Thunder in the distance, pistons pump to fierce delight. Words collide like metal clashes, sparks ignite the night, the night. Faster, faster to the finish line, no looking back. Drag race revelation high on adrenaline's track. Heartbeat pounding louder than 1,000-inch screen. One-on-one exclusive like a twisted fever dream. Each answer rests the motor, dangerous and hot. Truth explodes like shrapnel in this verbal fire slot. Journalist and rocket duel like warriors in the crime. Captured in the crossfire, trapped in the wheels of time. Every sentence blazes trails through dark and gnarly turns. Burning rubber, soul to soul, heated secrets burns. Headlights blinding future past a blurry neon light. In the drag race interview, the truth comes into sight. Faster, faster to the finish line, no looking back. Drag race revelation high on adrenaline's track. Heartbeat pounding louder than 1,000-inch screen. One-on-one exclusive like a twisted fever dream. Faster to the finish line, no looking back. Drag race revelation high on adrenaline's crack. Heartbeats pounding louder than 1,000-inch scream. One-on-one exclusive like a twisted fever dream. Each answer Earth, don't looking back. Drag race revelation on adrenaline's crack. Heartbeats pounding louder than 1,000-engine scream. One-on-one exclusive like a twisted fever dream. Fever dream. Screaming night, quick walls, exclusive interview that's cutting through the fight. Mike and hand the hot rod engine roaring through the dusk. Every question like a gunshot racing through the rust. Speeding down the lonely highway, tires scream the night. Quick one's exclusive interview that's cutting through the fight. Mike and hand like a hot rod engine roaring through the dusk. Every question like a gunshot racing through the rust. Face to face with truth uncovered, raw and burning wild. Eyes locked tight like mirrors, grinning devil's crooked smile. Thunder in the distance, pistons pump to fierce delight. Words collide like metal clashes, sparks ignite the night, the night. Faster, faster to the finish line, no looking back. Drag race revelation high on adrenaline's track. Heartbeat pounding louder than 1,000-inch scream. One-on-one exclusive like a twisted fever dream. Each answer rests the motor, dangerous and hot. Truth explodes like shrapnel in this verbal fire slot. Journalist and rocket duel like warriors in the crime. Captured in the crossfire, trapped in the wheels of time. Every sentence blazes trails through dark and gnarly turns. Burning rubber, soul to soul, heated secrets burns. Headlights blinding future past a blurry neon light. In the drag race interview, the truth comes into sight. Faster, faster to the finish line, no looking back. Drag race revelation high on adrenaline's crack. Heartbeat pounding louder than 1,000-inch scream. One-on-one exclusive like a twisted fever dream. Faster to the finish line, no looking back. Drag race revelation high on adrenaline's crack. Heartbeats pounding louder than 1,000-engine scream. One-on-one exclusive like a twisted fever dream. Each answer Earth, don't looking back. Drag race revelation